This to every immigrant. Hi, I'm Dele Olawanle. I want to say this to every immigrant in the UK, students, skilled workers, spouses, in whatever category of immigration, under whatever category of immigration leave that you have, do not allow your visa to expire. You must make an application. Once you put in your application, your legal right to continue to stay, work, and study in the UK continues until your application is decided. Once you become an overstayer, you have a mountain to climb. For whatever reason, whatever you are waiting for, make sure you put in an application, because I'm seeing a lot of people allowing their visa to expire. Don't be one of them. Okay? Regularize your stay before your visa expires. And then all the miracle signs and wonders that we can do with the law, I will be able to help you if you have an outstanding application with the UK. You may be able to vary your application rather than allowing yourself to be removed or to be detained. You have been warned. Share the video. Thank you. People say, well, I want to live there. I may never come back because of the type of people I have helped. Business advice, legal advice, marital advice. I do events, a program on Twitter, X, formerly Twitter, every Saturday, and 3,000 to 4,000 people gather to hear me talk on marriage every Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m. So our church has gone beyond the walls. If I put things on Twitter, on social media, 500, 1 million, read it 2 days, 3 days, like that. So everywhere we go, I use face cap to disguise. So may you live a life of impact, a life of impact. So as you leave this conference, I want to give you 5 things. You must, number one, you must walk your brain. Bishop was doing a brain surgery for us yesterday. I love, seriously, sir. You know, even our church members know I'm a crazy guy. I was born on this. I grew up on the street, so I don't know how to. Mm-mm. But you are a great teacher, and God will preserve your life, and the Lord will enlarge your coast beyond your widest imagination. Your heart desire will come to pass. You must work your brain. You see, lawyers is about our brain. My wife said, in terms of working at home, that I'm useless. But she didn't say it that way. But if I interpret the law according to her words, that means because I cannot pin anything to the wall safely, it will drop. But I can write for God to call you out of this world and say, come home immediately. I can write. I'm a crazy writer. Also, I can talk. So therefore, use your brain. Your success is in the mind. See, it's in what you can think of.
What is wrong with this guy? Did you guys hear that just now? This is Toby's pastor. Sorry, not pastor. Toby's lawyer, who is also a pastor. At this point, we really need to be asking the question why? Why is everyone a preacher? Hello? How are you a wait? How are you a what do you call it? How are you a lawyer and also a pastor? And I hear that his law firm is right next door to his church. This man, his law firm is right next door to his church. Eh? The man said he can't do any housework. He doesn't do housework at all. He can't lift a finger, but he can write. He can write to have you sent back. Let me take that back. And then we will get into Toby's lawyer. Hey, Oshi, how are you, Oshi? So this is Toby's lawyer in his church. Monday to Friday, he's a lawyer. Sunday, and well, the rest of the days. This is where he is. Mm, mm, mm. I want to hear that thing he just said just that. I'm curious what he said.
Like that. So everywhere we go, I use face card.
It's
Why?
very low.
So you may live a life of
The
impact.
recording is very low. It's a shame, but please just listen.
A life of impact. So as you leave this conference, I want to give you 5 things. You must, number one, you must work your brain. Bishop was doing a brain surgery for us yesterday. I love, seriously, sir. You know, even my church members know I'm a crazy guy. I was born on this. I grew up on the street, so I don't know how to. Mm-mm. But you are a great teacher, and God will preserve your life, and the Lord will enlarge your coast beyond your widest imagination. Your heart desire will come to pass. You must work your brain. You see, lawyers is about our brain. My wife said, in terms of working at home, that I'm useless. But she didn't say it that way. But if I interpret the law according to her words, that means because I cannot pin anything to the wall safely, it will drop. But I can write for God to call you out of this world and say, come home immediately. I can
Ha!
write. I'm a crazy writer. Also, I can talk. So therefore,
Did you guys hear that? The man says he is useless at home. He can't do anything at all at home. But when it comes to writing, that he can write so much so that the people in heaven will call you to come back home. I beg, was it my ears or what? Please now, somebody help me. The man said he can write to have them call you back home. I will take that back just one more time and then we will get into the video of the day. And hopefully our my co-host will also be joining as well. What? Wait, Oh, she's anybody. Please let me know. Can you? Hey, yes, no. The volume is low. It is low, but just turn up your volumes, please. Turn it up. Turn it up. Unfortunately, it's not my fault. It's the way the video is recorded. So, but please just listen. Shh, I'll be quiet. I promise. Just listen to this guy.
Impact. So as you leave this conference, I want to give you 5 things. You must, number one, you must walk your brain. Bishop was doing a brain surgery for us yesterday. I love, seriously, sir. You know, even my church members know I'm a crazy guy. I was born on this, I grew up on the street. So I don't know how to. But you are a great teacher. Great teacher. And God will preserve your life. And the Lord will enlarge your coast beyond your widest imagination. Your heart desire will come to pass. You must walk your brain. You see, lawyers, it's about our brain. My wife said in terms of working at home, that I'm useless. But she didn't say it that way. But if I interpret the law according to her word, that means because I cannot pin anything to the wall safely, it will drop. But I can write for God to call you out of this world and they come home immediately. I can write. I'm a crazy writer. Also, I can talk.
He can write for God to call you back home immediately. These people are dangerous. These people, they're dangerous, my guys. These people are dangerous. Sino Pataki, hello, Sino Pataki, the man who is in 1 minute, he's in the UK watching lights. Next minute, he's heaven knows. Anyway, I hope you all are having a lovely Sunday. Right. Today we are talking about the Toby Adegboyega's lawyer, the one who represented him in that shit show of a case. He gave bad advice. Well, maybe let me take that bad advice back. Toby was standing on very thin grounds because he allowed his visa to expire. And you heard the advice this man gave at the start. He said, whatever you do, do not let your visa expire. Before it expires, put in an application. That way, maybe it is Toby's case that made him come out and do that video. But this man has a church right next door to his law firm. Anyway, at least Toby Adegboyega, with all the money that you have, all the millions, see who you went and recruited. This one. All the money. You say you have Spac Nation family, millions, swimming in money. And do you guys remember Toby's birthday? When Toby said something, see if I can find it. There was a comment that Toby made. I wish, I'm sure Toby will regret saying, at Toby's birthday, Toby was giving a speech. And while he was giving his speech, he was talking about his lawyer. This was before the deportation dropped. I'm telling you, the people who did that deportation, these people were strategic. I don't know if they were watching Toby. They probably were. But before I show the video, first of all let me introduce myself. Hey everyone, I am the Afro Atheist, and here we are exposing the lawyer of Toby. He's also a pastor. So pardon me if I do say pastor. He is a pastor. He's got his own church. He's got his own shit going on as well. I'm not a Christian. I'm not. I speak against religion because, reasons. But that's not what this is about. Right. This Tobi Adegboyega's cult, it is spiraling. Things are happening over there. And I will show you in a minute before we get into the video of today. If you are not subscribed, please make sure that you are subscribed. I beg of you. When you subscribe, when you share, it helps to get the videos out. I mean, thank you all for watching and thank you all for being here. I do appreciate all of you. Every last one of you. I appreciate. So I want you to listen to Toby. Hey, please listen to this guy. Back. Bobby, your lover. Hey, hey, please listen to Toby. Uh-huh. Spend money. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Eh? Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? He said he always gets into trouble. Where is my co-host vessel of dishonor? Hold on a second. Uh-uh. So you heard him. The man said he gets into trouble. And when he gets into trouble, he said, guess who comes to his rescue? He said, Dele Olawanle comes to his rescue. He said, nothing can touch him. This was before deportation. You're not hearing anything. Sorry. Hold on. Did you say you're not hearing anything? Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, okay. Sorry about that. 1 second. Sometimes the thing plays up. What do you call it? StreamYard plays up from time to time. Sorry about that. But just let me know. Anytime you can't hear, just let me know and I will sort you out. Okay. See me, I was busy dancing. Can you hear it now? Sorry about that, people. Do you hear it now?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. It's been a while that I have been here.
It's been a while. What have I missed?
Nothing much. We're still the same. Still doing our work and still balling.
This is the time to spend money. When money is in the building, we do what? We spend money.
You
I'm
spend
wearing a
money
Gucci slippers,
to
Casablanca tracksuit, if you may say, the Patek watch.
Guys, please don't forget. This is Mary's income we're spending on. Eh? This is Mary's income that we are spending. Can you guys hear it now? Hey, Denisha. Hello. Do you hear the video? Yes or no? Wait, what's happening? Are you hearing the video or no? The video has no sound. Do you hear the video? Oh yeah, one. Yep. Okay, you hear it. Oh, fantastic. That's lovely. Thank you. And Danisha, how are you? Hope you're doing okay and happy new year to you. Guys, did you hear Toby? He said, oh, he's wearing waiting. What did he say? Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. He said he's wearing this, he's wearing that. Guys, please do not forget. You know, we went over the documents yesterday. He said it is Mary that is funding him. He doesn't work, he doesn't do anything. And his partner, she's earning 100,000 a year. So everything that he's talking about now, this is Mary. Mary is the one spending. Auntie Mary. Happy New Year. Yes. Auntie Mary is the one doing all these things. Hey, Toby.
But this just me working. It's supposed to be a black tie event tonight. It's really gonna be black tie.
Hey, Queen.
We're here to celebrate you tonight. Because as you say, each of every one of us were there. You impacted our lives in one way or the other.
It started as my birthday, so we call it 11/11. That's the day I was born. But now it's gone past that. Now it's like a mini festival. Let's just have fun as one family tonight. And if I get into trouble, like I do most times, my lawyer is there right on my table. So nothing can touch me. It's when I bring our friends from Africa and the United States.
Did you guys hear that? Let me know if you heard that. The man said his lawyer is always on his tail and nothing can touch him. This was days before the deportation by the UK courts, the tribunal courts. They determined, hey, it's time to go. I'm sure that if Toby had known that deportation thing was coming, he probably wouldn't have said that, what he said. He would have just kept his sentiments to himself. But hey, because Toby is Toby, and you know Toby, he has to let you know what he's thinking and feeling. Thank you. He has to let you know what he's thinking and feeling. And this is his lawyer. The guy chats a lot of nonsense. 1 second, let me see if I can find the article. So, just 1 second. Let me show you this here. Share this tab. So this was a after the deportation. He gave I think this is an article in one of the newspapers, right? It says Dele Olawanle, the lawyer representing. Let me make it bigger so you guys can see it. The lawyer representing the embattled Nigerian pastor Tobi Adegboyega has dismissed reports suggesting that the United Kingdom government plans to deport the cleric. The claims surfaced after it was reported that Adegboyega had no, that's not the one I want. This is the one that doesn't finish. 1 second. Can you see it? Hold on 1 sec. Hold on. Okay, yeah, this is the one instead. Sorry about that. So Dele Olawanle, lawyer to Pastor Adegboyega, has clarified that the pastor is not facing deportation from the UK, contrary to recent media reports. In a statement posted on his X page, formerly Twitter, on Tuesday, Olawanle expressed amusement. His lawyer was amused at the false claims, emphasizing that deportation applies only to criminals. adding that Pastor Adegboyega has neither a criminal record nor conviction, having lived in the UK for over 20 years. That's a lie. And made significant contributions to the community. So how is your lawyer, how is he lying, telling people that you've lived here for over 20 years? The lawyer also clarified that despite facing challenges with the Charity Commission and the courts over the activities of Spac Nation, Pastor Adegboyega was never formally found guilty of any wrongdoing. That's different from when someone says Adegboyega is innocent. When you say he was not found guilty, Anyway, he says he wasn't found guilty of any wrongdoing, and the reports were described as idiocy, saying it is based on ignorance of basic immigration laws. In response to the public outcry and critical comments surrounding the news, the lawyer urged people to refrain from spreading unfounded information. Really, Ogbeni, we took apart the decision. I think by this time, this lawyer did not know that the decision was already out in the public space. He did not know because he's inept, so he didn't know. Olawanle, he said he urged people to refrain from spreading unfounded information. Olawanle also lamented society's tendency to revel in others' misfortune and expressed concern about how quickly individuals, particularly those in the African community, are quick to tear down those who stand out. I hate this. I hate this. Now it's the African community. Now it's the African community that are doing something to Tobi Adegboyega. It's not fair. When Tobi Adegboyega was robbing the African community, where was his lawyer then? Now the news has broken about his deportation. It's the African community. Leave the African community out of this. It's nothing to do with the African community. That is wrong. Blame the African community. What have the African community done? Reveling in people's downfall or whatever. In other people's misfortune. This isn't reveling in other people's misfortune. This is a case of we need to see the end of this. We need to see the end of this charlatan. We need to see the end of this bleeding for seed clown that calls himself a pastor / whatever the hell he calls himself. We must see it to the end. His lawyer has no facts about his client. I will show you the guy in question. So before we now get into what exactly. So the lawyer further stated that as Pastor Adegboyega's legal representative, he had previously written in support of him during the High Court decisions related to Spac Nation and reiterated that the deportation story is entirely false. Can you imagine? Can you imagine something that we read? Why do people like to lie like this? Why does he like to lie like this? Look at, he continues. He concluded that by confirming that no further comments will be made on the matter, whether privately or officially. Of course, no private comments will be made because he has collected his money. He has done his job. He did not. I'm sure he didn't give Toby any guarantees that you would win. But trust me, he collected his money. So, as far as he's concerned, he's done his job. Toby, hey, now, my guy, it's up to you now. So he doesn't have to say anything anymore. Said people with calls and text messages have inundated me since last night. I could not stop laughing when I read that Toby Adegboyega faces deportation from the UK. The newspaper that carried the news was ignorant. Can you imagine? The newspaper that carried the news was ignorant. I have acted for him as a lawyer on a personal basis and for the ministry. Hey. So this is the guy acting on behalf of Spac Nation and Toby Adegboyega, the one that Zizi, I'm on a 7-day ban. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'll be back again tomorrow. So you know what thing is like TikTok. And to be honest with you, I was streaming here, just trying to show people that, I'm streaming here. And I don't know what I said. I don't know. It's really hard with TikTok. It's, hit and miss. It's just, very problematic. So yeah, I'm just waiting out my 7-day ban. Right. Right. Sorry about that. Let's continue. Right. The newspaper, he said deportation is for criminals. Even though the courts and the Charity Commission had issues with Spac Nation, he was not personally found guilty of wrongdoings. Okay. Listen, this is the part that really, really upset me about Mr. Olawanle, Pastor Dele Olawanle, lawyer Dele Olawanle. And this is why this guy, we need to talk about him. He says Toby has lived in the UK for at least 20 years without a criminal conviction, which is question mark. Question mark. He has contributed significantly to the British community. That's a lie. He has benefited from the British community. That's what he has done. He had no legal rights to stay here. We acknowledge that there are many people who do not have the legal right to be here. But guess what? They don't go showing off. They don't go bragging and calling the prime minister a dullard, calling the leader of the conservative government a dullard. I mean, I'm not too keen on politicians, but just that's something I wouldn't. I mean, no, you don't do that. The prime minister, he said, dullard. He said that the prime minister should be working in Tesco. My goodness. So this is the part that really upset me. He said many of his adversaries are from the African community. Please, what has that got to do with the news of Toby's deportation? Many of his adversaries are from the African community. Oh, really? So, but what has that got to do with this now? Sensationalism is an act of idiocy. But your man, he is the master of sensationalism. Tobi Adegboyega, he's the master of it. To bring attention to Spac Nation, what we're doing now. Oh, here we are marching to 10 Downing Street. Hey, look, a church group, they walk into blah blah blah. This Toby is the master of sensationalism. Just listen to this guy saying, it is not worth the paper it was written on. I read some comments this morning and wondered why people are so quick to make ignorant comments without facts. We've got the facts. Shame on this man. We have the facts. I wonder why there is joy in seeing people go down, including so-called pastors. Society has a big problem, and we cannot handle people who are different and want them to go down. We love people who act sheepishly with zombie traits. Imagine if this was your lawyer writing this. No, imagine if this. No, okay, this is a question for all of you. And Zizi, thank you for being here. If you had a lawyer who is also acting as your damage control person, giving people information about what's going on, Everybody wants to know what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. And this is what they are saying in the public. Please, how would you feel if you're representing me and you're making statements like this? I'm sorry. Your values do not align with mine. I will be severing whatever. Well, anyway, it's too late for Toby anyway. But I mean, what lawyer goes out and says things like this? I wonder why there is joy in seeing people go down, including so-called pastors. Society has a big problem. The same society that you are begging for your client to stay in. Now they've got a big problem, as we cannot handle people who are different and want them to go down. Nobody wants him to go down. We read it. We saw everything. They weighed the courts. In case you guys did not catch it, go and watch yesterday's live stream and the day before. The courts, they weighed Toby's right, because he has rights. Toby has rights to private and family life. Well, apart from all the other rights that he has. So he had that right. And they weighed that against his the benefit that he brings to the UK, as against whether he is an asset to the UK, or is he damaging the UK? And when they weighed the two, they found that Toby, he is not in any way, shape, or form benefiting the UK. So to say that the community has a problem, this man. Listen, this is a lawyer speaking. We love people who act sheepishly with zombie traits. As his lawyer, I wrote during the High Court decision on Spac Nations. I wrote during the High Court decisions on Spac Nations a few years ago. I have said that this latest news on deportation is false, and I will make no further comments on this deportation matter, privately or officially. Okay. If you would not say anything, we were saying something. Don't worry. You won't say anything. I will say something. Other people will say something. Okay, guys, let me show you. Let's show you Toby's lawyer, Mr. Dele Olawanle. A UK-based lawyer, author, leadership, and business consultant. He's a coach. He's a pastor and a marriage counselor. You want to live in or move to the UK? I can guide you at a cost. Oh, yeah? I can guide you at a cost. See? How many? See followers? 61,000 followers. The guy, a big guy for this thing. But what, to me, in his profile, what is important in his profile is his love for Manchester United. This guy, it's all about football. All about football. Look at him. Yes. Uncle, what's our uncle doing? He's at the football team. Uncle, uncle lawyer. Look at him.
Yes. United. Yes. Yes. United. 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 Yes.
Liverpool is actually afraid of us. Okay, I'm not going to get into, guys. I am not going to get into the whole football thing, because people. There's some Arsenal fans in the comments right now. There are people supporting all different things. All right, we will support Chelsea around here, but this isn't about football. So football is not the thing that we're going to be doing tonight. So uh yeah, let's leave. But this guy and football, Mary Parker said, the two of them are a bunch of disgrace to my dear Nigeria. So sad. Mary Parker, grown men. When grown men start misbehaving, mm, mm, mm. When grown men start misbehaving, but well, anybody can misbehave. But one thing about these our uncles is they leave Nigeria, they come here, and they start making money. The thing gets into their head, and they start looking for small girls to go and sleeping with. Don't underestimate spirituality. If you are reading this, ginger up your spiritual life. It is dangerous to live sensually, which means living by what you can see with your physical eyes and what you can hear with your physical ears. Wait, hold on. This uncle is saying it is dangerous to live sensually. Don't use your senses. Is what uncle is saying. Don't live with your senses. Which means living by what you can see with your physical. You mustn't live by what you can see with your physical eyes. But he goes to go and watch Manchester United with his physical eyes, Abby. And what you can hear with your physical ears. He goes to hear them at the football stadium with his ears. My mother taught me to pray and fast. Oh, really? No. I'm not trying to. I left home at the age of 18. On a personal level, I see visions, dream dreams, hear the voice of God, have unusual prophetic grace, and know a lot of things spiritually. It is a dangerous thing to say you don't believe in God. Oh, is it? How dangerous is it? Because I don't believe in God, so I don't know what he's talking about. And that spirituality is a scam. The mad person says there is no God. Well, the madder person says there is a God they cannot prove. Can you prove that the God exists? How do people make statements like this, that a mad person says there is no God? Which God? Shiva? Osiris? Poseidon? Which of the gods? The thousands of gods. Anyway, that's not the issue. He said, living a spiritual life is so beautiful. It is a different life and different world. We don't just fight physically, we fight spiritually. And this is the thing. When I talk to believers, they're always talking about fight. They're fighting spirituality, fighting. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, against principalities and powers. Why would I want to join you when all you do is fight invincible enemies? How does that make sense? Return to the Lord for the sake of your longevity. Wait, are you saying if I return to the Lord, I will live long? Is this what he's saying? Fulfillment of destiny, your children and the seed. Anyway, this guy, no, I ain't doing this thing. He is all about football. That's all he does on his profile. All about football. This is our uncle. I think he went to Nigeria recently. I don't know. Anyway, so that's him, right? So before we go to okay, 1 second. Before we go to the news, well, about the, sorry if you can hear anyone laughing in the back, that's my son. I don't know, he's excited about something. Hold on, let's see. Really? Let's see. Give me a second, please. Okay. So before I go and show you the accusation of the alleged abuse or whatever had gone on, Tobi Adegboyega was live earlier on today. And let's have a look at what exactly goes on in that there Spac Nation. What exactly do those people talk about? Right? This is what they're busy defending. This is what they... I want you to listen, please. I know he does a lot of waffling, but please listen to Toby, okay? Right, so here we go. This is from earlier on today.
Wrong with the department. Stop trying to keep conversations of solution or conversations that is digging for solution rather than impossible conversation. Because as a leader, how do you say what you said is impossible now? Where do we now turn to? So why are you head of the strategy for it? That means the strategy has no head. It's a waste of space.
Okay, let me... So in this church, almost everyone is a pastor. And almost everyone has a position. You've been given, you're head of this, you are this, and you are that. Most of these people have no training for the roles that they have been assigned. 20-something-year-olds put as head of strategy. And then expect them to go and do things. So he's here now telling his people that as a leader, you should know what to do. And if you're not able to know, if you're not able to do what you're expected to do, then it's as good as you not being there. He demeans his own people. He talks down on these people. I feel so sorry for these people. How are they listening to all of this? How are they taking all of this in? Please listen to this guy. Just, oof.
Why do you need everybody's comment?
Hold on, let me take that back slightly. You're going to hear him talk about...
Don't let momentary challenges make you stop dreaming.
Okay.
Money cannot tell you how rich you are. Dreams is how rich you are. Tell me.
All the more. He said to them...
No, read it again because they stopped you.
Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him all the more.
Once he told his brothers, they just ate him more. Either it's on Instagram, Snapchat, don't stop telling your dreams. And your dreams include many things the Nation family has done over the years. They just don't feel that, because they are trying, they just don't feel like you're entitled to it. Why you? That's the issue. Why you? And you see, why you is so powerful that if you keep meditating on it, that's why the first thing we did was to block people. Anybody that tells you the bad thing someone says about you is also as wicked. Because issue is to achieve what? Those who bring glad tidings, how good you are. Let's say, but we need critics in our life. Let me tell you, you don't need them. You know why? Your leaders and the word is already hammering you every day. You don't need a loser on the internet telling you what's right or wrong. The word is already doing that. When you hear PT preach, it's correction already. You're already feeling bad and good. Why do you need everybody's comment? Their attempt is to take the dream from you, to make you broke, because wealth and riches comes from dreams. The dreams that we refuse to let go. The dreams that we refuse to let go despite our current circumstances. The things that we believe we have, and the word is growing us and grooming us to be better at it, and we become better solution providers. That's the challenge in front of every head of strategy this year. Don't tell me what is wrong with the department. Stop trying to give conversations of solution or conversations that is digging for solution rather than impossible conversation. Because as a leader, how do you say what you said is impossible now? Where do we now turn to? So why are you head of the strategy for it? That means the strategy has no head. It's a waste of space. Industry head that cannot coordinate 5 people from that industry and make what they say happen should happen. That's not a head. It's calling us to this next level. So, in other words, brother hate should not stop the dream. It should approve the dream. And if you have no 8, I'm sorry for you. Go and check churches in UK, no 8. But guess what? Nobody knows they are meeting. They are meeting this morning now. Nobody knows. Let me cough in this service. Everybody, a daily mail will carry it. Nobody cares if they are meeting. Nobody goes there. And if they have youth going there, misguided youths who think that they are just shouting Jesus, Jesus, they are now better people. Don't mind those things. We've evolved from that. Remember when they used to ask me, oh, you see what dealers are raining, they are raining, but when would they be putting Jesus in their song? Why? So that you can feel good. You think Jesus wants to hear himself in drill? That's what makes him feel great. We've evolved past that. If we're still in that space, we'll be wasted youths like they will become. Tell me, please.
That is very important what he just said, because this is a man who is claiming to that part. Okay. I'll play it. But Sino Pataki, did you hear what he just said? He just said those youth, what they're doing over there, right? Just let them, you separate yourself, let them carry on, because they're going to be useless youth. Wait, let me take that back so you can hear him. How is this man saying that he is helping the youth and now talking bad about the same youth he's supposed to be helping? How? Huh? How? Toby, tell us how.
Providers. That's the challenge in front of every head of strategy this year. Don't tell me what is wrong with the department. Stop trying to give conversations of solution, or conversations that is digging for solution rather than impossible conversation. Because as a leader, how do you say what you said is impossible now? Where do we now turn to? So why are you head of the strategy for it? That means the strategy has no head. It's a waste of space. Industry head that cannot coordinate 5 people from that industry and make what they say happen should happen. That's not a head. It's calling us to this next level. So, in other words, brother hate should not stop the dream. It should approve the dream. And if you have no 8, I'm sorry for you. Go and check churches in UK, no 8. But guess what? Nobody knows they are meeting. They are meeting this morning now. Nobody knows. Let me.
So he's saying that the hate of the public is a good thing. That if you have no hate, nobody would know who you are. But because Spac Nation has loads of hate, this is why, we all now are tuned in to watch him. That if he should cough in this service, the newspapers will take it. So they should embrace the hate that they are getting. Yesterday, we heard this man say that follow your leader, and that your leader's role is to lead you to your death. Did you guys remember that? When he said your leader should lead you to your death or something like that. Now embrace the hate. This guy.
Cough in this service. Everybody, a daily mail will carry it. Nobody cares if they are meeting. Nobody goes there. And if they have youth going there, misguided youths who think that they are just shouting Jesus, Jesus, they are now better people. Don't mind those things. We've evolved from that. Remember when they used to ask me, oh, you see how dealers are raining, they are raining, but when would they be putting Jesus in their song? Why? So that you can feel good. You think Jesus wants to hear himself in drill? That's what makes him feel great. We've evolved past that. If we're still in that space, we'll be wasted youths like they will become. Tell me, please.
When he told it to his brothers, they hated him all the more. He said to them, listen to this dream.
If we were still in that space, we would be wasted youth, just like they would become. This man hates people. But when you start talking about them being wasted youth, I thought this man is supposed to be helping the youth. He said it again today. Really? He's not a trained speaker. No, he's not. Anyway, guys, this is what these people, just listen to 1 more minute of his rambling, and then we will now go to the subject of today.
We were binding sheaves of grain out in the field.
Can you see you're going to see positive sense of entitlement Joseph had. And honestly, his brothers should hate him for this. Tell me.
We were in the field when suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright, while your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down to
Do you
it.
hear that? What an audacity. They were senior brothers, but they are not his covenant brothers. He said, all of a sudden, I saw my own sheaf rose and stood upright.
They're not his
That's the dream of the
covenant
Spac Nation
brothers.
family. Ladies under construction, the dream is that your sheaf stands above any other black person or anybody in construction world.
Oh yeah.
You're entitled to it. What gives you the entitlement? The family you belong to, the
Uh-oh,
world you're exposed to. You could have
Wait.
easily chosen someone else.
So he's telling his people that they've got a group of an arm of this Spac Nation. They're called Ladies Under Construction. So it says, I don't know if they're working in construction. He's saying it's their entitlement to be the leaders of construction in the entire world. Why? Because of the family. Because of this family that they're part of. Okay, this guy. Ooh.
Else, but it was your feet that guided you here. It was destiny that led your feet here. It's destiny, that's why we're here. It's purpose, that's why we're here. Not our good works.
Why are
It could
those
have been
people
your friend that you
standing
came with.
outside?
They were not just chosen, but guess what? Your sheep stands above theirs, and they
Can
will
you
have to
see-
bow.
Can you see those people outside? Or is it just me? Why are those people just standing there and looking at PT? Are those the bodyguards or what? Anyway, I mean, that's odd. Why don't they just come in? Or maybe there are not enough seats. But there's still plenty of room here. They can bring, look at an empty chair. All right. I mean,
Until you get to that position, there's no backing up. Those who left before their brethren bow to them, they are going to waste away. Because so exactly what was your 7 years of labor for? I don't understand. 9 years, 10 years of labor. What was it?
those who left before you bow down to them. What? Sorry. He's talking about the people who have left Spac Nation. This guy is just sick, I'm telling you. Hold on. Say what now?
Upright. That's the dream of the Spac Nation family.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies under construction, the dream is that your sheaf
Mm-hmm.
stands above any other black person
Okay.
or anybody in construction world. You're entitled to it. What gives you the entitlement? The family you belong to, the world you're exposed to. You could have easily chosen someone else, but it was your feet that guided you here.
Okay.
It was destiny that led your feet here. It's destiny, that's why we're here. It's purpose, that's why we're here. Not our good works. It could have been your friend that you came with. They were not just chosen, but guess what? Your sheep stands above theirs, and they will have to bow. Until you get to that position, there's no backing up. Those who left before their brethren bow to them, they are going to waste away. Because so exactly what was your 7 years of labor for? I don't understand. 9 years, 10 years of labor. What was it?
Those who left before their colleagues bowed to them, they're going to waste away. So if you leave Spac Nation before your colleagues bow down to you, you're going to waste away. Ex-Spac Nation members, they're going to waste away. I don't know why those guys are standing outside. These are empty. Anyway, please, guys, it's not important. Okay, so this is just an example of what this guy is
Is it for?
preaching today.
To start struggling again with the brothers you left. Are you telling me that makes a simple sense in this world? It's demonic.
Demonic?
While your sheep bowed down to it, his brothers said to him, "Do you intend to reign over us? Will you actually rule us?" And they hated him all the more.
When he shared the dream again, in the first era, you would have thought Joseph, okay, it's okay now, stop talking. You see all those posts that you people do that makes you look different and make you look braggadocious. Say, oh yeah, we hear you, but calm down. Guys, don't calm down. Speak about these things. God separated you for a purpose. And the people that is called with you, their hearts will be more opened. They hated him all the more. Why do they hate him?
Because of his dream,
And
what he had said.
so the dream was not.
He's basically telling them to continue posting things on internet, just telling people Toby is the best, Spac Nation is super big, just keep on posting. It's rubbish. Anyway, let's go to this guy. Can't do any more of this rambling. Now let's go to the exposing of this Pastor Olawanle. the reason why we are here. Just 1 second. So this is Auntie Aduni, and if you know my channel, Auntie Aduni has been here before. We had a wonderful conversation with Auntie Aduni. I consider her, an aunt, a good friend, and she's very special, right? I support everything that she's doing over there. She's doing amazing work. And this lady reached out to her saying, I would like to share my story, my encounter, what went on, what happened to me by Toby Adegboyega's lawyer. So this was her having a place to share, a place to talk about this. In fact, she was saying she hasn't said this to anyone at all. So have a look and let's listen to.
And you know what I'm holding on? I want them to join us so that you can hear from the horse's mouth to me. Oh, this is from the horse's mouth. That's why I'm waiting. Hello, I am online. Maybe the person. Oh, okay. I've seen you now. All right. Hold on. Let me try and see if I can. But you should be able to. You don't know how to hide. I've seen you. I've seen your name. So you should be able to send me requests. Then I had you. Shay. Yes, I've seen your name. Yeah, since she's online, she should send me request. The button of request is on the left side where you have host and guest. Then she should click on the guest. Then I will hide her. Click on the guest. It will tell me, give me notification. Then I will hide you. Okay, good. I have accepted. Good. Okay, increase volume. Good morning, Shay. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Shay, I've added you. Auntie Yemisi, I'm not Auntie Yemisi. Auntie Bola, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ bá mi ṣe nǹkan lórí TikTok. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ bá mi record session yìí lórí TikTok ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Shay, I've added you. Can you hear me? On mute. Check if you are muted and on mute. Oh, shoot. Okay. If I'm adding you, please try to unmute so that we can hear you. Okay. Hello, yes, we can hear you.
Oh, finally. So apologies for that, man.
That's
I
okay.
had before another app was using the microphone. That's why I had to say everything.
Okay. So can you guys hear her on Facebook, on YouTube? Can you hear her? Shay, can you say hello to everybody so we'll be sure they can hear you?
Hello. Happy Sunday, everyone.
You go use Nigeria voice is small.
I don't have that.
I know. Well, what I mean is that maybe a bit louder. You know, Nigerians, we are kind of.
Good evening, everybody.
Can you hear her now? Okay, they said they can hear you on YouTube. Thank you. On Facebook, can you hear? Please confirm before we go ahead. Let me share on Facebook. Share. I fẹ́ kí ni work for a reason. Please, let me share video yìí ní orí Facebook. I fẹ́ kó wọ ìgboro gidi gan. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. I fẹ́ kó wọ ìgboro gidi gan. Ẹ bá mi share. Call parents. Ẹ jẹ́ kó bọ́ síbí. Call young ones. Ẹ jẹ́ kó bọ́ síbí. Let them come and listen and learn. And please, you know my protocol on my page. When people are coming to talk about and share their experience, I don't tolerate victim blaming on my page. If I see you blame victim with your comments, I will block you. Okay? And once I block people, nobody comes to me and says, Auntie, me block, Eba me unblock. I don't answer. Please. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. Here we have Shay with us. She is here to tell us some things. I will let her do the talking. And here we go. Shay, I'm going to leave the floor for you and let you speak and talk about your experience.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very grateful to everybody.
Please, guys, I will put the link to Auntie Aduni's channel if you don't already know her. Amazing work. Amazing. She's doing amazing work. She was a member of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. My goodness, she shared her story. She's a widow. The treatment she got from that church after her husband died was disgraceful. This man, he committed everything to that church, only to be treated like, who is he? Who cares? After he had died. So now she is on this mission to talk about religion. She talks about other things as well, but I will put the link to her channel in the comments. Please, if you're not already following her, and if you are interested in the Nigerian scene, what goes on there, and she does a lot of that sort of content, please make sure to follow her. Right, I'm gonna put her link in here. There we go. Okay, so I won't do too much talking while this is going on. So, all right. And please, as you're listening, do not forget to like the stream for me, okay? All right, let's go.
I would like to say thanks to you, Mark, for the platform, and also to Auntie Lara if she's listening, because honestly, I would not have come online to say anything if not for her encouragement, if I can put it that way. I'm going to keep it brief. I'm not going to say too much for now, because it is a lot. I will start by saying I just turned 36, and this my experience, my ordeal with this man, Dele Olawanle, has been a part of my life since I was 18 going on 19. So you can imagine that half of my life I have struggled and suffered because of the actions of this man. And how it started was I was working with him in the UK. When you finish college, you're at the age of 18. College is like sixth form. I know you're in the States, so I know it works differently. But I didn't follow my friends to university because I was unsure of what to do. So I took a gap year out, and he said I should come and work for him. And I was excited to do that because my plan was to study law. And in studying law, I thought I needed experience. As you do, you always need experience, and you'll need someone to guide you on the steps that you need to take for a law career. So he said I should work for him, and I was grateful. I was really happy because I think it had been mentioned before, I come from a single parent home. I'm very grateful for my mom because she's done everything to raise me to be the person that I am today. And my mom did her absolute possible best. And I say this because I don't want people to think that, where was she, his mom in all of this? My mom was right there. And I think it's important for me to mention that because I know people will say, where is this Ade's mommy? He was there. And anyway, so when I started working for him, we had another lady that was working with him also. I will not say her name in case he's watching or he doesn't want her name to be out there. And it was just the two of us and him working in his law office.
You are fading off gradually.
Can you hear me now?
You are fading off.
Can you hear me now?
Vessel is she's coming. She's coming. She's taking care of something. She's coming. And have I said hello? I said hello to everyone. Queen Coco, why do you type in all caps? It's harder for me to read when it's in all caps. Old Pastor Tobi that if they leave his church, they will lose their spiritual coverage. Yeah, that's a lot of believers do not realize that they are in cults. You don't realize that you are actually in a cult. When they start telling you, oh, if you leave, this will happen to you, this will happen, that's cultish. That is cultish. Be careful. So yeah. You've seen this already and it was good. Okay. Right. But that's the link to her channel over there. Please click on it and subscribe. Okay. Right. And let's continue to this.
Yes.
Better?
Yes, we can hear you better now.
Okay. So it was me and this other lady working in his law office. So for years, I worked with him for 7 years. It was just the three of us in that office, no one else. That one man and two women, being the youngest. Now, born and raised in the UK, he's obviously a Nigerian man, and the other lady also, she is of Nigerian descent, and she came here. I mentioned that because I want you to understand the dynamics of that office setup. I'm very different. They are very
please, if you are going to distract us, I will take you down. Let me take you down, please. Can you please go down? Take when you're down. Please, it's either you mute or you exit for now. Can you please? Go ahead, Shay. You are distracting us.
Thank you. So at the time, I have to mention, I forgot to mention, also I was a part of his church. I've been part of his ministry with my mum and my stepdad from when I was 14, 15. So I was still in secondary school when I knew this Dele Olawanle, until he branched out and started his own ministry and his own law firm, I believe in the same year, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'm now working in that law firm. And issues that happen in the church.
Which country is this?
This is the United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. You said he has a ministry.
Yes, he does.
What is the name of the ministry?
The ministry is called Winners Kingdom International Christian Center. He used to be part of CAC, Christ Apostolic Church, was them, but he left that ministry to start Winners Kingdom in 2004, I believe, or 6 or so. I can't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
But he started his own ministry in 2004 or so. And as you can imagine, church issues get mixed up with work sometimes, because I'm working with him. And there were some incidents that happened in the church. And so when I get to work, he will sit me down and say, Ashley, this is how you should live your life. This is how you should do your life. And me, as a young girl, impressionable, not knowing anything, I would listen to him. And I don't know my dad. I've never had my dad in my life. It's just been me and my mom and my siblings. And he was aware of that. And one of the ways he I would say, planted himself into my life was to make himself a father figure. I trusted him at 18, 19 years old. You would. What do I know? Yes. I don't know anything. He said he wants to be a father to me. He said he sees potential in me. He said I'm capable of greatness, and all those nice things that a father would say to their child. And I believed him, and I trusted him. And that's how he'd be encouraging me from time to time. I'm getting somewhere, I promise. That's how he'd be encouraging me from time to time. And he will come sometimes when work is less busy. He will tell me to sit down, and he will share what I now call ministry insights. Because he's a pastor, he will start preaching to me, basically. And on this fateful day, and I remember this day is 2009 or so, and he said I should come and sit down, as he usually does, that he wants to talk to me. And we talked, and he asked me about my life and where I want to be. And he said that he sees I'm such a good girl, respectful, I'm serving God, I'm working, and he wants to really be there for me. I said, thank you, sir. That's nice. I felt good about it. And so he said, I'm going to be your father from now on. I said, great, thank God, though. I have a father now. I really felt that. He stood up and he said, Shay, you come and hug me. And I said, at last, a father's hug. And I hugged him, and I embraced him. And I felt emotional. I felt happy, as you would. All for this man to bring his hand down to my breast. And when he noticed that I was startled, I pulled back and he said, no, it's okay. It's okay. And I said, in my mind, I was thinking like, is this thing normal? Because I don't have a daddy. It's only someone with a father that will know whether this thing is normal or not. I was honestly confused in that moment, because does somebody's dad press their breasts?
How old were you then?
At this point now, I think I was 19.
Wow.
Yes. Does somebody's daddy press their breast? I don't know. And I felt so uncomfortable, because now I've built trust with this man. I respect this man. And he feels that I trust him too. Where do I go from here? And he said, it's okay. And I think he gave me a peck on the forehead. And that day went like that. I didn't tell anyone. I just kept it to myself. And because in the end, I felt like if I say this to someone, someone will say I'm lying. Who is going to believe me? And he's a lawyer too. He's skillful with his words. A very manipulative person. And I didn't say anything. And that's how it was going on. Any small thing, come and give me a hug. And I think because he noticed that I was startled the first time he tried to touch my breast, he relaxed on it a little bit. He didn't apologize or didn't say, sorry, I did that to you. He just, I think, observed and acted accordingly going forward. And I took it in good faith, because I had some sort of gratitude to him, because I felt like he was helping me to create a good image for myself. I'm not in school at the moment. I'm working with him. I want to be this great person. So I felt like I had to stick with him, because my first instinct was to just never go back there again. I said, no, I don't want people to say, because it's tied with church, these church members know I'm working for him. And because of an incident that happened in church members, they said to him that I should not work with him, that he should have nothing to do with me. And he was always telling me that our church member said this, so that you should be honored to be working with me, basically. You should feel lucky to be working with me. And so me too, I felt like, if I now go and leave, people will say that, you see, we said so. And then I'm also thinking about my mom, because that woman has tried, and all the work that I want to do going forward at this point is to make her proud. So I just endured the rubbish show. I just endured. And as time got by, it got worse. I'll be minding my business doing my work. This man will come into the small cubicle that I had in his office, and he'll put his hand down my bra and be fondling my nipple. And when he can see there is discomfort on my face, he will tell me no, to sit still, that it's okay. And he knows ordinarily, I did not ask for this thing. No. He will put his hand and be fondling my nipple. I will be photocopying on my own. He will put his hand up my skirt, either tap my bum or be fondling my bum and touching me in a very disgusting way.
Please try and mind the words, because there are some words that are not acceptable.
I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, he would be touching my private parts inappropriately while at work. Bear in mind, I mentioned that there's another lady working in this office too.
That office, Shay, the office, is it the church office or his chamber?
It's his legal office.
His legal office. Okay. Yeah. And as at this time, he was a pastor already.
He was a pastor already, established pastor already.
Established pastor.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And in this office, because he moved offices, this office from this period of 2009, I remember, it was in an industrial estate. There are no cameras. There is no CCTV anywhere, nothing. So it's my word against his. And what he does conveniently is this other lady that works with him, she'd been working with him before I started, she will not be around.
Why?
Because it will give him the freedom to do with me what he wishes.
Oh, okay. So that only two of you will be in the office.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you will purposely send her away, send her on errand.
Yes.
If I get you right, okay. Go ahead.
Only 2 of us will be in the office. And as someone has asked to mention his name, I'm going to repeat it for that person, billionaire. His name is Dele Olawanle, DeleOlawanle, and his church is Winners Kingdom. He's a very horrible man, and he's a disgusting, despicable human being. It's very difficult for me actually to share this story because I'm still very traumatized by it. So I do apologize if it's very stop and start, or if it feels like I'm going back, because
no, that's fine. Do it. I've told you, do it your own way. I know what trauma is. Okay. Remember, we spoke about this, and I told you, I said it might not be easy for you. Do it your own way, your pace, your energy. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. So I had a boyfriend also at this time, and that one noticed that I'm acting funny, because how would your boyfriend want to embrace you or touch you and you'll be pushing him away? And I couldn't tell him, because how do you present that information to someone? And I'm bringing this up because in hindsight, I wish I said something to him, because I feel like if I said something to my then boyfriend, he might have been able to stop it, or at least
and help.
do something. This man was very controlling. I missed out on all my, as a young girl, you should go out with your friends, experience new things in life. I didn't do any of that. My own life, and he told me this. He said, your life should be a triangle. Your life should be church, work, home. That's what he said. Church, work, home.
Wow.
Yes.
That is like you shouldn't have any other social life apart from that.
That's it. I should just be coming to work and going home.
Wow.
Then I'm 19, going on 20. What am I meant to do with my life apart from enjoyment after my studies? Church, work, home. And I tried my best to abide with that. And my boyfriend at the time was also part of the church. And thankfully for him, because of
he was a member of the church too.
He was a member of the church.
Dele's church. This same man's church.
This same man's church, yes.
Jesus is coming. Your noise is affecting us. Can you mute yourself? Can you please mute yourself, or you go off for now? Disconnect. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, my boyfriend at the time, thanks to him, I was able to enjoy little things like going to the cinema. He would take me out and do things like that. So I was able to have a little bit of enjoyment, because outside of that, I had no life, none whatsoever. I was very, very boxed. And so when I can't remember how he found out about my boyfriend, but when he found out, he was very, very, very angry. And he said, no. He said, I must stop dating that guy. And I must never have anything to do with him and just focus on going to work and church. That's it. And that's how we broke up. We still tried to keep the relationship, but that's how controlling the man was, to the point that I think because of our relationship, this man went to church to say, no dating in church. If you want to get married, you come to me, to tell you how controlling he is. He said no dating in church. No dating. And that's how me and my first boyfriend, my boyfriend, broke up. And it was the same thing. Any man that would say they want to marry Sheyi, Dele would say no. Dele would say no. And at this point,
can I ask you a question? At this point, you never thought to speak to your mom?
No, because
may I ask why?
I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like, because a lot of things have happened, which I'm not at liberty to share here.
Okay, another question I want to ask. When you get home, you don't act unusual at home for your mom to know?
Guys, I am not a religious person. But one thing that you cannot deny is a lot of abuse goes on in religious centers, churches, mosques, whatever. A lot of abuse. Every other day and every other week, we are hearing one pastor sleeping with a child, sleeping with this. I don't know what it is. It's about preachers and their deviant behavior. And this is why, for me, preachers, no. Anywhere you go to, and these people tell you, oh, I broke up with Spices. Hey, good to see you. I mean, if you want to join, please let me know. Because on that day when this was live, I think you'd gone up. I don't know. Yeah, you'd gone up, spoken, right? And so, people were. I was watching live as well. I even went and added my own little 2 cents. So you hear me in this recording somewhere, but I won't get to that point. Any church, mosque, religious center that you go to, and they're trying to determine who you should marry, who you can befriend, who you can be friends with, you need to run. They're controlling your life. Any church that say before you get married, you must come to us and come and tell us, they're inserting themselves in your business. And nobody has the right to do that. Nobody has the right to do that. Any religion or anybody that wants to tell you how you must live your life, how you must dress, how you must date, how you must, some of them even tell you how you should even have sex as well. Yes. Some of your pastors will tell you how to have sex. I've seen a pastor come and say, sex is only missionary style only. Any couple, some of you may have seen this video of this guy. He said, any couple, he said the Lord took him, an angel came and took him to hell to show him the place that in hell they have a particular place for couples in hell. And it is for the couples who if the man lets the woman ride him, cowgirl style or whatever he was just naming, you're giving your power to the woman. The man is the one supposed to be on top. He said that they are going to hell. I don't know if anybody has watched that one clown, one guy just sitting there just talking rubbish. But my goodness, this is terrible. What this man, well, he's not the first and he will not be the last. This is what goes on in a lot of churches. And before people will start saying, oh, the Catholic Church, before you go yonder, all the way, right in your own church, right there, you don't know what your pastor is getting up to. You don't know who your pastor was touching just before he came on to come and sing, as we lift up holy hands in one accord. Let the holy people raise up their hands and praise the Lord. You don't know where those hands have been.
Notice something was wrong?
Well, further along the line, because it gets worse. At this point, he's just started touching my breast and touching me inappropriately in private parts at this point that I'm speaking of. And there is more, but I feel like I'm not at liberty to say it because, as you said, the platform doesn't allow.
Yes. Well, you can still code it.
Of course, yes. But at this point, the only thing left for him to do was the full thing at this point. There was nothing he had not seen, nothing he had not done. He had asked me to remove my underwear, and even in my defiance, he would say it's okay, I should continue. I mean, I'm like, what do I do in that situation? How do I tell this person no? He's already acting in a controlling way over my life. And bless my mom, she's busy. She's got her own things going on. And I wouldn't say she didn't notice, because at a certain point, she could see that, no, I was very depressed, very isolated. And she would ask, but I would just shrug it off. I would shrug it off because I don't know, because of things that happened before, I don't know how to table this matter to my mom. And I felt like it would break her heart. In hindsight, yes, I can say that this is how I should have gone about it. This is how I should have told my mom, no matter what. If anything I want to spoil, it should spoil. Anything I want to scatter, it should scatter. I can say that now because I'm a fully grown adult.
You know better now.
I know myself. I know better. But then I honestly didn't know better. I feel I was very naive.
Then, yeah.
And very unexposed. There are some things.
Thank you, Aphrodite. Aphrodite says, Shay, we are here for you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Aphrodite. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't worry, all mothers are here with you. This is a mother's platform you have come to.
Thank you.
We are here with you. Go ahead. Please expose him very well, please. This is to save others because we don't know, he might still be doing it to other young girls.
Yes, and one thing I would like to mention is that one of the ways in which he exerts his control is with his perceived generosity. him giving me a job in his mind, he feels like he's saving my life. And he will paint it in church that, she is working for me, she is this under me, and he will feel like a savior, like, yes, if not for me, this girl will not be eating. He does things for people, but it's like signing a deal with the devil. If he gives you one, he will take 10 from you.
Perceived generosity. Perceived generosity. Yes. Most of your preachers, they help in the community. They feed. They have food banks. They're helping the youth. They're doing all these things. Perceived generosity. All that is designed to make people think that they are good people, that they cannot hurt people. But these are the people that actually hurt. They hurt people. All of that is just a show to cover up their bad behavior. If you go and watch, hey, Dr. EQ, go and watch the documentary of, what's his name? Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile, that man in the UK, he was doing charity work. Everyone supported his charity work. The prime minister, the people, everybody. They even made him a knight in the UK. They made him a knight. Knighted him, put the thing, knight. Because of his charitable endeavors. Come to find out, it was even after his death that everything came out. The UK government, posthumous, they stripped him of all the things that they'd given him, all the knighthood, all this in his death. But that was not good enough. People were saying something while he was still alive, but because he had helped, because he was rich, he was moving with the who and who in the community. So, he just was allowed to get away. And some of the things that man did, if you go and hear, very sickening. In the hospital, this man was groping patients in the hospital. So the worst abusers and predators, they're good people. To some people, they are the best. Like Toby. Toby is such a wonderful man. PT. Some people, he gave me 1 million naira to start a business. Perceived generosity. Apropos with spices, if you want to join.
Thank you. Somebody said even we fathers are here supporting you. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
This man doesn't act on pure intentions. And I'm saying that because if he is doing it to someone else,
and yes, this is a very important comment I need to point out. Please. Apropos with Spices knows exactly what they are talking about. Historical abuse can be reported at any time. Please do not wait until, or do not feel like you cannot say something. No one deserves to be abused, and the abuser just go scot-free. Even if you don't make it to court, even if, those things don't happen. But the fact that you said something. And this is why we need to continue creating safe spaces for people. The bottom line of everything that I do here is, at the end of it all, that we have safe spaces for people to come out and tell their truth. I don't hide under the umbrella of religion. I'm not a religious person. So I'm not in any way, shape, or form biased by any sort of religious ideas. So I can say what I want, when I want, and allowing people, I can talk to anyone I want to as well. So please, yeah, will do. So historical abuse can be reported at any time. A lot of, just get ready, guys, a lot of exposing and exposes are going to be coming out. Many more people are going to find their voice and are going to be speaking up about the abuse that they have gone through in the hands of preachers, pastors, clergymen, and women. Oh, lest I forget, predators aren't just men alone, the women too. So
feels you need, acting like a father for you. But it's a trap. He's trying to reel you in. And once you are in, you're under his control, you're under his thumb. Even his wife, she's complicit in the horrible things.
The wife knows.
She does. She does. To tell you how bad it is, at a point, this man said he wants me.
Apparently, his wife knows a lot. Somebody else will come on to speak later on. She talked about how Dele Olawanle nearly raped her sister. He had joined them in matrimony. This lady, he's the one who joined her in matrimony, but nearly raped her. And it's, I'm coming, I'm sending it now. Give me a second, please. Yeah, there's a lady who came and said her sister was nearly raped by this man, and the wife and himself, they know about it. They went to go and beg, please, sorry, or whatever.
Me to be living with him and his wife. My mom
Wait,
said
hold on,
no.
let me see.
My
They
mom
wanted
said no,
her
that
to come and be
it can
living
never be.
with him and his wife. Really?
I will not be. This girl will not be eating. He does things for people, but it's like signing a deal with the devil. If he gives you one, he will take 10 from you. This man.
Thank you. Somebody said even we fathers are here supporting you. Thank you so much.
Hey. Hello, hold on. Let me mute this.
Act on pure intentions.
Aproko with spices.
How are you?
The one and only Aproko.
I know. I'm resuming back tomorrow, so I'm trying to catch my sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Tonight we're not staying long on this one because back to work tomorrow and back to school tomorrow. I have got clients first. Well, not first thing, but I've got some clients in the morning. So, yeah.
So sorry, I just wanted to come in because I saw, is it Queen Coco? I think she was talking about that it might be difficult to prove historical abuse. I would say that's it's not. I would say that's actually misinformation. Historical abuse can be reported at any time. It doesn't matter. It's not a case of whether proving it in court or not, because so what it is there is a specialist team that would handle the case of historical abuse. It's good that you actually did refer back to Jimmy Savile, because in the times of Jimmy Savile, there was a lot of loose end around safeguarding. And the case of Jimmy Savile, what's the name of this guy? The guy that pied those two school children, Holly, and I can't remember his name now. There's been a lot around this. You remember the boy,
him and his girlfriend.
yeah, the school keeper. Remember the school assistant or something that pied those two young girls. Remember?
Holly and
Can't
Jessica or
remember.
something.
Yeah, something like that. I
Let me
don't want
see.
to
I
call you.
remember his name.
Yeah. So a lot Britain I mean across Britain, there's been a lot of learning and unlearning around safeguarding and concerns about safeguarding and also
Jessica. Holly
yeah,
and
Ollie and
Jessica.
Jessica. Yeah.
And they were killed by the Soham murders.
Yes.
And his name is
It was a school assistant, I think. It was a teaching assistant, I think. And I think the girlfriend, I can't remember.
Ian
Anyway,
Huntley.
Ian Huntley, yeah, that's the name. Yes, that's his name because he's changed his name in between. He had to change his name to Ian Huntley, which was not his birth name. Now, Britain obviously has seen a lot of scandal with regards safeguarding and report of abuse because even though the girlfriend of Ian Huntley was an accomplice, she was also a victim. Okay, but the reason why I'm saying all of this is in our African community, there is a lot of misinformation that is being shared. And I think I did highlight that when this particular lady that they are playing this stuff on Auntie Adrini, when she called in, when she was sharing her story, because there was this thing of, oh, it's historical, nobody's going to believe her. That's not true. The safeguarding system is so robust now. Well, it's been robust because the stuff that happened with Jimmy Savile, what Jimmy Savile got away with a lot of things that that would never be getting away with now, given the level of robust. It doesn't mean there's still no loose end, but it's not it's not a soft landing like it was for Jimmy Savile. And that's why the likes of Mark Clifford and all of them, very easily. I mean, this recent case of Hugh Edwards, you know, perhaps in the days it would have been difficult to nail, to bring him back to books. So anybody who's been through abuse, the system is fully aware that victims don't usually report cases of abuse immediately. And remember, when an abuser and a perpetrator is always a trusted person, they would have gained the trust of their victim before they strike. So if anybody has been through abuse, particularly in the African community, I mean, I know other communities they have a way of reporting, but in the African community, there's always that thing of nobody's going to believe me. That's not true. It doesn't matter the year that it's happened. There's a way that, of course, they're not just going to say because you came and spoke and then suddenly they will swing into actions. There is a way they do the investigation, and there's a way they can establish what has happened. I mean, it's a specialist team. I used to work in that specialist team, so I know for a fact how it works. So please, anybody who's been through abuse, because obviously people would view this video, anybody who's been through abuse, it doesn't matter how long ago it is. I mean, Jimmy Savile's one, they traced some cases as far back as the 70s when there was no safeguarding, when there was no proper safeguarding system in place. And people were still being, victims that something like that were abused as far back as the 70s. They were able to hold Jimmy Savile accountable. And that was one of the reasons why the system went so hard on him, even after death. So please, don't be quiet. Don't let anybody silence you. Because one of the things that perpetrators would say is nobody will believe you. Don't let anybody silence you. Like this Dele Olawanle, for instance. When the lady was speaking, obviously it was quite traumatic for her, despite that it's been a while that it's happened, but you could still hear the rawness in her voice. You could still see how raw it was to her. And I think she didn't, if I remember, I think she didn't even end up finishing the story. She had to take
No,
time
she
out,
didn't.
you
She
know?
didn't. She was
Yeah.
overwhelmed.
Yeah. And the way she was speaking, I don't believe that she was lying. But then again, when she's ready, I'm hoping that she reports to the police and then they can swing it into action from there. And then also the other lady that did speak on the what's the name that did speak in the show. I think the lady that said her sister was about to be
That one,
raped.
yes.
Yeah, like I have reservations because I think she knows more than she's letting out. But again, it's not in my place. But I have my reservations around that. I totally have my reservations around that because what happens, like for Dele Olawanle, for the alleged abuse that he's meant to have perpetrated, there is no way he's done that on his own. There are people who would have known the little secrets. It's just like Jimmy Savile, like the case of Jimmy Savile. There were people that observed things. Yes, they were not, maybe the system didn't really pay attention to them. I mean, there were things he was even, going back, if anybody that has the time, go watch Netflix. There were even things he was saying, even in interviews and just general, like when the cameras are in his face. There were things he was saying that was quite cringy. There were things he was saying that even I think there was a particular presenter that had a look at him. Yes, it sounds like a joke, but obviously he wouldn't get away with that. Now he wouldn't get away with half of what he did, or if not all, you know. For Dele Olawanle, there's nowhere to hide really, if truly is an abuser, because he holds a position of trust. Being a pastor is a position of trust, and being a solicitor is a position of trust. So his case is not just a case of reporting him as a pastor, it's also reporting him as also a solicitor, because he's holding a position of trust on both sides for his vocational job, which is a pastoring, and his daily job, which is the solicitor. Because I saw him, I don't know if you've seen his post, I think that was just shortly after New Year, where he was saying that he came in with first class, he was just, and I'm like, is this guy okay?
No, we went and had a look at his profile, right? And you should see him. Hmm? You should see the man. The man, he feels like he is. Hmm? He is the. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. You said there was a profile that something he did where he said
I
he
think it was on
traveled.
Facebook. I saw it that he said I think British Airways, he came on first class. Even the way he was writing, I'm like, is this guy okay?
We even read his response after Toby's thing dropped, and how
Yeah,
he just.
just reading through that press release to me is an insult. Is an insult to me, but hey. But the way the Western system works, they take their time.
They do. They
Yes, they
do.
will, yes, it might look as if that they are not paying attention. But when they strike, who would Osh Poppy in his wildest dream have thought that they would run them up the way they ran them up?
Why wouldn't you? You're in Dubai, acting like that.
But if he knew if he knows that they're going to, oh, did you see the recent video that was on? Is it on Instagram or Lydia KG,
Which
where
one?
Osh Poppy was on the phone? They were doing a video call, and I don't know whether his girlfriend or his family member, I don't know who it was, and the person was spraying money on his behalf.
No.
Did you see? Oh, I will send that to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
see
a
that
recent
one.
one. It's a very, very recent video.
No, I haven't seen it.
It was on the video, and the musician was a Nigerian musician, I think the US. And the musician was saying, that's Osh Poppy. He's spraying money, even when he's locked up, he's spraying money. And I'm like, do you guys understand what you're doing? Honestly.
I'm trying to see if I can find the post where he's talking about flying first class or something.
I saw it on Facebook. It was on Facebook. I saw it.
Thank you, Nigeria. I had fun. See you next year. This is his wife. Okay. Was he on his way to Nigeria or on his way back?
I don't even remember. You know how, on Facebook, how posts would just pop up.
Okay.
I just saw it and I was just like, do you know what? I can't even be bothered with him.
No, I don't.
I think he was wearing like a brown sweatshirt.
Oh, he actually put a response. Oh, look at this here. Look at this. There is a response video from him. A response letter from him.
About what?
Hold on 1 second. Let me. No, it's not. Unless if I download it. Save image.
Is it to do with the video?
Yes.
What did you say? Please, can you read it? Because I'm watching through my phone.
1 second. I'm trying to see if I can make the letter bigger. Okay. Now I will have to. Okay, let me stop sharing this. So let me stop sharing and let's see if I can share it a different way. Can you guys see that? Oh no. Can you see that?
Because I'm watching through my phone, it's quite
No,
tiny.
it's okay. I will. Oh goodness, how do I go up? No, how do I go up? Oof, I can't see now. I'll just read it. So, dated December 23rd. My attention has been drawn to a Facebook program in which a former employee made false and defamatory allegations against me. She had previously reported these same allegations to the police over 8 years ago, and they were fully investigated and dismissed. If she now believes she has new issues, which is not the case, she should again place these before the police for investigation rather than using a social media platform to defame me. As a lawyer, I will not dignify social media stupidity. As far as I know, the UK police do not take bribes. Fanning social media noises is an act of cowardice, and frustration. As previously stated, her latest attempt was vindictive and defamatory. I will not be making any further comments publicly or privately. The law is there to seek redress for me and anyone who has issues. I am in Nigeria enjoying my Christmas for the first time in 35 years. There is no room for distraction. Merry Christmas, everyone. Dele Olawanle.
You know that letter is so insulting?
Chai.
It's so insulting, it's so dehumanizing for the lady, for his victim.
Yeah. Touche.
How is this guy different from Toby?
No, he's not different. They're both
That's what I'm saying. How
birds
is
of
he
the same
different?
feather.
Oh, jeez.
And
He's
also, it's in this letter here, he's saying she's made allegations against him. He's saying that it is defamatory and what was it? Defamatory, vindictive. Do something about it now.
Exactly. You would
Uncle
think
Lawyer,
he would
do
say
something about it.
You would think he would say, I'm going to report this to the police and they would handle it appropriately.
As a lawyer, you should. Someone
Do you
is
know what even irritates
defaming
me?
you. Go do something about it. Not say, oh, I am in Nigeria after 35 years. No one cares.
This guy is no wonder he's Toby's lawyer.
Sick.
You know what people like this do? Just like what Remember Jimmy Savile?
Mm-hmm.
He was rubbing it on the face of his victims. Remember when they were asking him questions? I don't know if you've watched all the series on Netflix.
I have.
Remember when they were asking him questions around it? You know, when they were asking questions around his allegation, and he was like, "Oh, they just need some couple of money. Once they're paid, then they'll keep quiet." That's basically what this letter is.
Victim blaming.
Just like what Toby is saying. Oh, the people who are making noise about Spac Nation, there's nothing to them. They're just bitter people. I mean, how is this different from the press release he made about Toby?
Exactly.
When the deportation.
I read it earlier on. I read it earlier. He said Toby has a lot of
enemies within the African community.
Enemies within the African. Just come on.
So are we the one? Is the African community that made Toby not renew his papers when he was meant to? Is the African community that is responsible for charity commission investigation?
Which hush puppy thing are you talking about? What's he saying about you went to go? Sinopataki, what did you go and watch on hush puppy? Wait 1 second, please. Let me. Sorry about that. Yeah. Toby and these people, they're all birds of the same feather. Birds of the same feather. And let me prove it to you 1 second. Give me a second. I want to show you all something.
Afraid is sorry, I need to come off. My sister is trying to reach me.
That's okay.
I'll join on this thing. Thank you.
No worries. And I'm not going to be here for too long because tomorrow Monday we need to, back to school, back to work, back to everything. Yeah. So, but thank you. I do appreciate you coming. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. So I was going to show you. Give me a second. Let's see if I can show you. Guys, please make sure that you are giving the stream the thumbs. Please like. Please put hand up, share, please. Yeah, Queen Coco, what you're saying is very important. A lot of perpetrators get away with their actions because it's your word against their word. And that is hard to prove. It's hard to prove when there is no evidence. Just your word against his word, or his word against her word. Hush puppy spray money virtually. Really? I need to go and check it out then. Hush puppy spray money virtually? Wow. I need to go check that out. So. Just 1 second. Let's get the where is that video? This is how you know that birds of the same feather flock together. Right, let's share. Stop sharing. Okay, so this is Dele Olawanle. He is in Sunday at Delaja's church. And if you all know Sunday at Delaja, You know the battles that one too has had in Ukraine? Hold on, let me see if I can tell you about Sunday Adelaja's So apparently Sunday Adelaja he was the founder and senior pastor of the Embassy of the Blessed Kingdom of God for All Nations, my goodness, an evangelical charismatic megachurch and a Christian denomination in Kiev, Ukraine. So he was He was accused in November 2008 of being involved in the dealings of King's Capital, a financial group led by a former member of his congregation. The company promised as much as 60% returns on investment and drew many of his investors from the church. Later, several former church members went to the authorities saying they were unable to recover the money they invested, which left many of them bankrupt. Police later arrested one of King Capital's leaders, Alexandra Bandokenko, on suspicion of fraud. On the 5th of February 2009, a criminal case against Sunday Adelaja was filed on a claim and suspicion of fraud. Investigators said that they had testimony indicating that Adelaja was involved in the financial machinations. Okay, that's that one. In September 2009, the Minister of Internal Affairs of Ukraine admitted that they had exhausted their possibilities in criminal case against Sunday Adelaja. And since the Ministry of Internal Affairs had delayed and refused to take the case to court, the Embassy of God Church and Sunday Adelaja initiated a lawsuit against the Ministry of Internal Affairs and the police of Ukraine for unlawful accusation and libel. The judge in the lawsuit asked the Ministry of Internal Affairs to show their evidence for their accusation of fraud. But after 5 court hearings, they still hadn't provided evidence to support their accusations. One second. Right. So apparently there was 35 women, about 35 of them, and why he can't leave Ukraine. Adultery scandal rocks Pastor Adelaja's church. Popular Nigerian pastor Sunday Adelaja's church is currently immersed in an adultery scandal following allegations that he had extramarital affairs with at least 20 women in his church. Adelaja, founder of one of Europe's largest churches, Embassy of the Blessed God, is now under fire to step down as the spiritual head of the church. Of course, he denied all the allegations and that it's an attempt by some people to take over the church from him. So now you see this Olawanle now, he is now in Sunday Adelaja's church. See, all of them to come together.
Ukraine has become like a home to me.
Знаете, Украина, она стала для меня просто второй родиной.
Another
I travel all over Europe and they don't stamp my
predator
passport.
supporting
Вы
predator.
знаете, почему-то, когда я путешествую по всей Европе, они не смотрят мой паспорт, не останавливают меня.
But all the stamps on my passport.
Но когда я приезжаю в Украину...
Yeah, Dr. Sunday Adelaja, yes.
It's from Ukraine.
Когда я приезжаю в Украину, то почему-то проверяют.
I've really been blessed coming to this country.
Вы знаете, Украина стала для меня родной, и это огромное благословение для меня каждый раз, когда я приезжаю в эту страну.
To be specific,
И что именно я имею в виду?
I have been blessed by the ministry of Pastor Sunday.
Не просто Украина в целом, как страна, но именно служение пастора Сандея, оно повлияло на всю мою жизнь.
It has been a blessing knowing Pastor Sunday and Pastor Bosse.
И знаете, тот факт, тот момент в моей жизни, когда я узнал пастора Сандея и пастора Босси, он просто изменил мою жизнь.
I met him in 2004.
Я встретился с ними в 2004 году.
He came to our church, a young church that was 2 years old, in 2006.
Я являюсь пастором в Лондоне, в Англии. И в 2004 году мы праздновали вторую годовщину только нашей церкви. И пастор Сандей приехал к нам в нашу молодую еще на тот момент церковь.
He taught me about imposing the kingdom on the community.
И пастор Сандей научил меня одной ключевой вещи. Он научил меня, что главное предназначение церкви – это нести принципы Царства Божьего в обществе.
You say you are shocked. This was years ago. This was years ago. Look at it here. Adultery, rocks. Some say 35 women, some say 25. Yeah. Dr. Sunday Adegboyega. He was accused of defrauding citizens and right. Listen to this one here. Can you see? Please, can you see? Queen Coco? This is why any of your Christian leaders, guys, just doubt all of them, everything coming out of their mouth. So Sunday Adegboyega, pastor of Europe's third largest church, under fire after confessing to multiple affairs. Sunday Adegboyega, founder and senior pastor, he is now under fire after confessing to multiple affairs with several of his parishioners. After being dogged for months by rumors regarding his behavior, Adegboyega finally confessed in March when a number of female parishioners came forward and revealed their affairs to other pastors. The pastors then made the revelations public, according to the Russian Union of Christians of Evangelical Faith, at a meeting of pastors and board of elders at the Ukrainian Church God Embassy. The former preacher confessed that for a long time he lived in sin of adultery and that he repented before the audience. Yeah, so he's been involved in, and now we've got our friend here going to go and support him. Anyway, let's finish this story and then we should be hopefully done.
And I'm saying that because if he is doing it to someone else, what he will be doing is acting like a generous person, pretending that he wants to give you what he feels you need, acting like a father for you. But it's a trap. He's trying to
And
reel
apropos
you
with
in.
spices, thank
And
you. I
once you
saw
are
your
in, you're
video.
under his control, you're under his thumb. Even his wife, she's complicit in the horrible things.
The wife knows.
She does. She does. To tell you how bad it is, at a point, this man said he wants me to be living with him and his wife. My mom said no. My mom said no, that it can never be. When I'm not hungry in my mommy's house, I'm not suffering in my mommy's house. Why would I leave to now go and live with him? He was very controlling. So in, I think, 2011, he moved from the old industrial estate where his office was. He moved to the high street. Both the church and his business moved simultaneously together. So they're literally at this moment, as I speak, next door to each other on a high road. So his church is on the left, his church and his business is on the right. So he moved offices in 2011, and this is where things really got worse. I worked with him from 2008 to 2015. And in 2011 is when he started sleeping with me properly. Because he's now in a bigger office. He's now, he has the space.
How old were you at that time? At that 2011?
2011, I think I was 22 23.
At that point, the first attempt, was it forced on you?
At that, you mean in 2011?
The first time it was to do it, did he force you to do it?
Yes. I didn't have a choice. I had to.
You had to.
I had to. I did not have a choice. When I said no, he would tell me, no, you must. He would tell me, no, you must. And this is a man that preaches in church. You know, he said, no dating, no dating. When he's preaching, he will preach at the women that, don't let men test drive you, or don't let men do this to you, or don't be cooking pepper soup for them, or you cheapen yourself, you sell yourself short, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, you are sexually harassing your members of staff. He's a hypocrite. He will tell us in church, don't do this, don't do that. But he's doing those things. He's doing those things. If it's okay with you, I feel quite overwhelmed. I'm happy to do this again another time, but I just feel like I can't continue. I do apologize. I think I've reached my capacity for today. It's quite emotional for me because I haven't shared this openly with anyone ever. I have never given anyone these details. There isn't anybody, even my best friend doesn't know. She doesn't even know that I'm doing this because it makes everybody around me angry. Everybody. And I've never gone into detail like this with anybody, not even my therapist. And so I do apologize. I'm happy to come back another time.
Does your mom know?
She does, but these details, she's online now. She's on the live. I'm sure she's hearing it for the first time.
Jeez.
Hearing it for the first time. She is hearing it for the first time.
It's okay, I told you to do it according to your own strength, so it's all okay. Anytime you know you are strong enough to continue to speak more, I am here. The platform is here for you. Just let me know, okay?
Thank you. I will be in touch. I will speak to you.
I'm hugging you from here. Love you.
I appreciate it. I love you too. Thank you very much. And thank
You are strong.
You
have taken the first step, like I told you, to your healing. Okay? Yeah.
So
You're welcome, darling.
For the kind words. I've seen every kind word that everyone has said, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. It's my best friend is here. I did tell her. She's found me. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
And like I told you, speaking it out, you need to sum up that strength. You need to.
I'm going to take it forward.
Stop trusting your children to your leaders within your African community. And
that's Afoko with Spicy.
When you see something,
he came up
say
and spoke as well. I came up and spoke.
Lady that came up, she. A lady, a female or male?
A female and her husband. No, she's not going to talk, but she might talk, put one or two things in. Dele Olawanle, I loved him so much.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So and then you know, like when you see children.
Okay. Year one day. I think it's year one day.
Every honor that he got, everything, right? So if this our dear pastors,
okay. Year one day. I think it's year one day. Okay, every day is Christmas. Can you just put in your contribution? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is Omolara.
You're welcome, sis.
I want to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Do you know the lady that came up? She
is actually like my daughter.
Oh.
Because I was at the church, you know.
Oh, you know Wale too. I mean, Dele. You know him?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay.
So we used to go to this. I mean, I was in that church as well. I was a member of that church, and then all these children, because I was working I was a worker there in a children's department.
Okay.
Of
his church?
Okay. As she had mentioned, we followed him from Wose. That's the Christ Apostolic Church of Obadari.
Okay.
Then he started his own. So, and then hearing this thing tonight, I have to tell you, I was just crying. I was shaking. I was driving. I was shaking. And my husband was telling me, please take it easy, because you know, like they were like, it's not only Sheyi. She said, no, that didn't happen to other people that I know of. But I'm just saying, like, not only Sheyi that were like my children, you know, like my sisters, my brothers, you know, they see me as their big auntie. So he's like,
to get you right, are you saying other children experience this?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, Sheyi and other children were in the church. So
okay, they are like children to you, you know them.
Yeah, they're all like children to me.
Okay.
So and then you know, like when you see children growing up bit by bit, some of them were babies, some of them were actually giving back to while in the church. You know, so and then when this thing happened, I was not actually in that church any longer because I left the church long time because of, you know, I saw a lot of things, red flags. I'm like, you know, this is not a place for me.
What are the red flags you see? Can you share a bit with us?
I will. Like she said, it wasn't easy for her to say all this. So as well, it's not easy for me as well. As time goes on, I'll mention a few. I will say them. But the thing is, I'm still in shock because even though she told me everything, and I've been like, we waited a long time to make sure, like, to give Pastor Olawanle, you know, a chance She waited like for him to go to her and probably apologize because this family are still hurting, Can you imagine? She said she was 18 years old when all this
When it started, yeah.
And now she is 36 years old. That means 18 years after, she has not gotten over it. And she's still receiving therapy. So it's a difficult thing for she and the whole family because I am close to the family.
Can't you just mention one of the red flags you saw? Just one. We are talking about not covering these people, right?
I'm not. Like I contacted you, Auntie. I'm not.
Oh, okay, Nini. Oh, okay.
Shaking. Can you actually do me? Because like what she said tonight, how it happened and everything. Go easy for me. Go easy for me. Go easy for me. I must say this. Go easy for me. Because these children, they're like my children. And then now she's saying how this man to me.
I'm just going to quickly say something. When this was happening, a couple of people were putting in the comments, oh, but she was 18, 19, something about it, she was not a child. Okay. So what? So what? She was not a child. So what? Are you saying it's okay because it's not a child? Does that mean that people should take advantage of their people who work for them? And she wasn't even like an employer as such. I think she was just there doing her what do you call it now? I think just like work placement sort of thing. Had no right. Talk about the power imbalance. Sees her as pastor, she sees him as a pastor, sees him as her boss. It's disgusting the way some people think. And those kind of comments just makes me think, okay, I'm suspicious of people that say something like that. They will give people a pass. Predators, you give them a pass. So, yeah, just needed to point that out. Because blaming victims, no.
Was a molest, how this man molested her, how this man, got her, everything, the way he was able to manipulate himself through to get to this girl.
Agreed, sis. It doesn't stop you from mentioning just one of the red flags. You said you saw a red flag that you don't know if he molested other children. And I am glad that nobody's trying to put something you are not sure of on him. And even at this point, I'm saying if he gets to see this video, I tried to contact him, call him. I got his number from somebody. I called him. He didn't pick. I left a message. He didn't respond. And we are not really crucifying him here. And I'm sure even if they go to court or if police are involved in this case, he will be given a chance to prove, right? Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know why you don't want to mention. These are one of the two red flags I saw.
What I'm saying is, with time, I will. Auntie, I'm hurting. Oh, do me. Go easy for me. I brought them, most of them in the church, like I was their Sunday school teacher. And now somebody did all that to one of them. How will you feel? I will still talk.
Okay. So it's like you are trying to comprehend. Wait, I understand. Okay.
Because he didn't tell me, he didn't tell me everything the way she said it tonight. Because she mentioned that she has never told anybody,
the way she said it today, yes. Yeah, because the day we spoke, she didn't go into all these details. She just said, I'm not ready.
Yeah. When she told me, but I just believe her. Because and the people were not ready to believe. I not be like, oh, this is a pastor. Because see, Dele Olawanle, I loved him so much.
Yeah.
So much. I was like a dog following him.
Oh, you mean you?
Yes.
Okay, so you are yet to comprehend that you had to do all that.
I was one of the foundation member of his church.
Wow.
He carried chairs on our heads when he left WOSEM to go and establish his own church. Do you understand? And I did all this because of Christ, because of love of God in me. Do you understand? So now, when this thing happened, I was not in that church again. I left the church because of what he did personally to me and to my siblings, because I took my siblings to that church. Do you understand?
Oh, your own siblings were in the church too, as young girls?
Every members of my families, I took them to that church. Even my friends, we go on trips and everything. So you can see, like, everybody's now pointing the accusing figure at me that Shebi, you are the one that took us there. Because when I left, I told my siblings to leave, but they didn't leave because this man had manipulated them. So they saw me as a bad person. So for years, me and my siblings were not in good terms. We're not in good terms because of what this man caused. It was a big family rift, big thing, what it caused. Not until about 2 years ago, when they now realized, they now came to me and said, Lara, oh, we're sorry. They apologized to me, and now we are one. I'm talking of my siblings. When I mean my siblings, I'm with the support of God and everything. That is how the whole family are here today. And when they were coming, you know, and then he was like, there was a time he called me one of the church members that there was no papers and everything. You understand? I was a student and, you know, things were a bit difficult then. And I told him, they said, oh, these people, you're bringing this on my family, down on my family, data. We have problem. I said, no, God forbid, I don't have a problem. Leave them. I have to sort out my problem by my family because in your call, it cannot be only me. All of us in the family, we have to like be okay. So that was what I told him, you know. So all of a sudden, because one of my siblings, that one can sing very well. She's a very good girl. Up to when she got married, you know, this girl, she had never been touched. You understand? Because I don't want to use any other language. And the second one as well, she was an usher. She's a very good girl. All of them were so good. So because of that, you know, and then I took other ones as well. I've got another area brother. I've got people, my friends that took to the church. In fact, at the time, I was one that took majority to that church. Do you understand? So this man, now, if one way or the other, he manipulated them, they were living with me, things were not that, okay, fine, we're all living maybe like in a room or something. So all of a sudden, all of them, they started leaving me one by one. At the time, it was as if I was like, in fact, like as if the whole world was against me because of this particular man, because of what he did and how he manipulated and started my family. Do you understand? So this man now, my two sisters,
please, you guys, sorry, my sister, you guys on TikTok, be mindful of your comments, please. Okay, this is not the time to blame anybody. Okay, be mindful. I don't want any rude comments. I don't want comments that will turn off the people that want to speak off. Please. Okay, these are the kind of things that make people say I don't want to talk. Okay, let people come and talk at their own convenience, at their own time. She has her reasons, and we can't force it out of her. She has a reason for not wanting to talk now. So please, motivate for you from the onset. So that's a warning. If anybody comments, I will block the person. Go ahead.
Okay. Please, our appreciate Auntie, if you can bring Shay up again, I'm sure she must have placed a request or something.
Okay. Did she say she's ready?
Yeah, no, she's not going to talk, but she might talk put one or two things in.
Okay, tell her to send me a request.
If she's listening, Shay, please
block you. Don't worry. Comments. Facebook people are really behaving very well. YouTube people are behaving very well. Only TikTok, one or two negative comments, and I will not take it again. Okay? Please. All right.
So this man was my sister's lawyer, you know, because they were students and so on. You know, like this man put the application under the table for 10 years, 10 good years. They were paying him more, not that they were not paying him, just because he was using them in the church.
Don't drag them. Members of the war ground. Don't drag them.
I said this in the comment section earlier about this free that they will use their profession to abuse you. I said it. You know what this sister just said now? This is how the rest of the church member will not be able to talk. And they will be shaming the victim.
That's what I'm saying, yes.
It's a system.
It's just the kind of people we have. We are just...
A lot of people are his victim, and something needs to be done. People are going through it as we speak from him. He's doing it right now as we speak.
Sorry, can I just say, this is what I was saying earlier. Sorry to interrupt, you, but this is what I was saying about how he uses generosity. This thing of helping with papers looks like help, right? But in turn, he's using it to control you. That's what happens. And I'm very glad that, is it Yemi that brought it up? And Lara is mentioning it because this is the tactic. He has to have something on you or over you for him to be able to control you. And I think perhaps this is one of the red flags that Lara wants to touch on, because this is who he is as a person. Very manipulative, highly controlling, and I've worked with him, so I can tell you for a fact that what Lara is in regards to the papers is 100% true. Yeah. So and because of so not until later, you know, when things now happened, because this man, one of my siblings was living in his house. By that time, I was not in good times with them any longer, you know. So,
a lady, a female or male?
A female and her husband. They got married in that church. If I tell you that,
ha. And the girl was married to, the lady was married at that time.
Yeah.
He conducted their marriage. No, you can say that's what he conducted the marriage.
He was the one that conducted the marriage, you understand? So he nearly slept with her, if not for God. And that one spoke out. So they called a meeting in the church and everything, and she said it, and they left. You understand? So not at this stage. Then they get to know that did not put through their application and everything after 10 good years.
Wow. So he just kept your papers by the side.
Because was using them.
Wow.
Let him come out and say, I'm lying. If he did not go and beg my sister.
Begging. So that it will not come outside.
Yeah. So and another thing I want to say is I want to appreciate Sheyi's mom, because I would say that the thing was really difficult for them. If you know how these people were so much into church activities,
okay,
all because of Jesus Christ, and this happened. You see, you know how disappointed she will be. So, but she's been there. She had always been there. She had always been there for the daughter and everything. So, Sheyi's mom, if you are listening, I want to say thank you so much.
No one should fault the mom. She doesn't know. Every mother will fight for their children if they know.
When she knew, she came out. They went to approach this man.
Oh, okay.
They went to fight in the church. Sheyi, am I lying?
Did she know the details like Sheyi told us today? Because Sheyi mentioned...
We did not even know the details. a shocking thing for me.
All right, let me give, before we go ahead and ask anybody to talk, somebody wants to talk here.
These people, they are still healing. So please, when you want to say anything, be mindful. People.
Don't worry. Look, there are some comments we might miss that everybody cannot. At least we have been able to do very well on the platform. At least I would say 90-something% of the comments are quite encouraging and supportive. Hold on, dear. Hold on. Shugo. So there's somebody that is calling that I want her to. Go ahead.
There are two or three things I want to say is that she is having a foundation now whereby people that have gone through something like this, you know, she can support them and everybody can support them. Please, whoever that can support Sheyi, we need you and we need you to be there for Sheyi. Sheyi is not healed yet and we need a lot of support for her.
We are here with her.
So, yes, please.
So what is the foundation all about for people who have been traumatized to come and speak under her or get support? Okay.
There, you know?
Okay.
So she's having that, and then another thing is if there are other people that maybe go through.
There are victims.
Yeah, that have gone through something like this, you know, experience this maybe through the man or other people, please, especially through this
man, yes.
And then we need people who can help us so that Sheyi can get justice. Please, we need justice for Sheyi. She was 18 years old when it started. Not like she was a really, really grown-up girl or child or something. Do you understand? And you know, children born in this country, they're not like, whoa, do you understand? So she's one of, at that time she was born, people like, person like that, somebody like that. So now I know she's a lot grown now, she's a much more mature person now. Please, she still needs support, she needs justice. Please, this is all I want to say for now.
Thank you very much. So for hold on, please. Somebody wants to talk. Okay, go ahead. Speak. Hello, sweetheart. So somebody wants to.
So when she started talking, it was like she was just telling my story in a different version. You know, I came to the US when I was 19, and I was adopted by a family member. Let me put it that way. I was adopted by a family member who is like my mom's sibling. I'll try to code it as much as possible so that, you know, in case that person tells the story, they can figure it out for everybody like. So my uncle who adopted us, so the person related to me is my aunt. So her husband in turn, you know, became my uncle. And you know, when you adopt somebody, what does that mean? On paper, that's my dad, right?
Yeah.
If I go in front of the judge right now, the judge is gonna say, where are your parents? They're gonna come. So we were living like that. In total, I spent 3.5 years in their house. And I remember maybe 6 months into us coming to the US, because I came with my younger brother.
So this other story has nothing to do with Dele Olawanle. She came on to talk about her own experience, and it was also experience of her auntie's husband, very well known in the church, and yeah, trying to do things to her. He said Putin was after him. Oh, Sunday has gone quiet now. I haven't been bombed out of Ukraine. He was on house arrest for years. Run for his life. Sat there and he just would sit there and tell the whole world things. And then he was busy doing some of those things himself. Some of these your preachers, they're just hypocrites. The bosses are not supposed to come. Exactly. 18-year-old, you're touching her boobies, and she's in a relationship, and you start telling her, oh, don't be in a relationship. Yeah, just come on. Guy's just sick. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. Look at him here. That's all he does. Football. That's what he does in his spare time. Look at him.
So we are here.
Uncle is here.
Grade 9.
Uncle.
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Uncle has gone to watch the match.
Come on, you Reds.
Come on, you Reds.
Great evening. We are here. We want to go to a stadium, get there early. so that you are not crushed. We are good to go. Come on, you Reds.
Stadium.
EGMU.
Stadium early.
It's going to be a great night, great atmosphere. Caraba.
Uncle.
Great night. Okay. So.
Oh, what did I do? Oh. Sorry about this. I canceled the video. Oh, where did we go? Crossover. Sorry, have we gone past it? Have I gone past it? Oh, this is his wife, I think. I think this is his wife.
Seeing you physically.
Olawanle's wife.
Right? And I know you're knowledgeable, right? Because I work with children, I know you guys are knowledgeable because I'm a knowledgeable as well. That's why you
From
see
the two ladies that spoke.
I won't be able to come.
The two ladies that spoke, they said this woman, she's aware of Dele's shenanigans. This is why she's very aware of his shenanigans. This is the person that Toby is. Don't forget how we got here. This is Toby's lawyer. You see, Toby's lawyer.
But the fact that you left your home, right, to come and honor God, and also to look into your future and get your certificate, it's not by accident.
It's not really.
I wasn't planning this. Now, you are here for one reason. When we were talking a few minutes ago, I said something that you guys will be doing your exam very soon, right? June, July. Right? Am I right? So, May, June. May, June, July. Okay, so it's really good that you're looking forward to do your exam. But I want to say something to you. When we were growing up, right, there was this thing that they don't normally talk or prepare us for after O-level situation. We will leave school and then
What's this auntie talking about? I keep making this same mistake. Oh goodness. Okay, thank goodness. Look at what this man is saying. A letter to my people. Wait, there was one I saw. There's a post that I saw him making. Wait, where's the post? Give me a second. Him and his wife. Where's the message? This is the message I'm looking for. Yeah, this is the letter he wrote after that lady dropped that thing. There's a message I'm looking for. Where is that message? Okay, listen to this one. Learn to say okay to your wife. I have a prominent friend. He will never argue with his wife. Whenever the wife asks for something involving a lot of money, he says okay. But in most cases, he doesn't do it. He only does what he can afford. Does this help you? So learn to say okay, but don't do what you have. Crazy man. Where's the post I was looking for? Oh goodness. Yes, this is it here. Yeah, he said, people who said they don't believe in God will soon be looking for deliverance. Deliverance from what exactly? Deliverance from what and who? Who is delivering people that don't believe in God? Eh? People that say they don't believe in God will soon be looking for deliverance. I beg, does anybody know? Me, I don't believe in God. Does anybody know what I'm going to be looking for deliverance for and from? Who is delivering me? Why do I need deliverance? Some people just make some dumb and foolish statements. The same way you believe in Yahweh. You don't believe in Allah. You don't believe in Zeus, Osiris, Poseidon, Shiva, all the other gods. So if the person who believes in Zeus comes to you who believes in Yahweh and says, oh, because you don't believe in Shiva, you are going to run to the Shiva believers for deliverance. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? You sit in your place feeling very entitled because you have a belief. So you think that your belief is somehow the correct one. How do you know that your belief is, in fact, the right one according to a God? How do you know that? So people don't challenge things. But listen, people like us, we challenge. We don't just take all these your threats. People that don't believe in God. There are people that don't believe, and it's okay to not believe. Any religion or faith that requires you to believe is probably fake. Hence why they need you to believe. So, but never mind. I just thought, how rich coming from him, a predator, alleged predator. If you dress well and look good, you're likely to marry someone that is well. Appearance is a magnet. And what? Look at him. So yes, this is Toby and his lawyer. We will get back to Toby and his lawyer. Well, to Toby himself. Let's go and see. Just one more time, please enjoy Mr. Spac Nation and his rambling before we go. Mr. Spac Nation, this is what they were listening to today. Please see if you can help it make his ramblings make sense, because when he starts, he doesn't stop. He can put on and on and on. He can go talking about jets or cars, and then the next breath he starts talking about trousers. No, order in what he's saying. It's hit or miss.
Not just kept in his memory, he spoke it out. They hated him all the more. If you don't have hate, you don't have dream. And I need us as the family to write it somewhere. Otherwise, you'll get frustrated. You say, of all this good work and good things we're saying, why do we have hate? It means you're destined for solving world and global problems. It is cowards that run away from hate. It is cowards that hide their face from camera because of hate. At a point, cowards cannot take hate anymore. Cowards cannot explain anymore. But you are not cowards. You are a holy nation. God's chosen people. There's a boldness in you that PT just didn't put there. God put it there from the time you were born. And PT's work is to steer it to fire. Is to fan it to flame. So all the churches, all the heads, I'm asking you to fan that boldness to flame. More than ever before. 2025 is for us. They hated him all the more. Tell me.
Because of his dream and what he had said. Then he had
So just don't dream, say it. Got to say it. NSA has to speak more. NSA has to be louder. NSA has to make more money. Too fresh, too clean. If the first business failed, which it didn't, you have to tell another dream, and you have to make it loud. You have to project it to our community and let them hate all they like. They can. Hatred is free. Dreaming also is free. So as they use their freebies, use your free dream. We have a dream in this house, and nothing should stop us. From the office of the students to the office of education, the heads of strategy, do not just have dreams, speak it. And when the heads of strategy for finance come, make a statement with your seed. Make a statement. We are saying that we give this much because we have much more. Seed is dream. We've been sowing when we had nothing.
Sowing what?
So no, every single person sitting here or listening to me, one of your major dreams will be, I want to go to PT one day and give $1 million or $1 billion or this or that. That's the dream. Okay.
Wait, so Toby said some of these people, their dream is to one day just carry 1 million and come and give to him. Uh-huh. Hey, can you imagine going to go and dream that you just take 1 million and go and give to your preacher? These people that bring their 1 million to this guy, do they have parents? Do they have children? Do they have family members? People that mean more to them than this clown here. That members of your church will be dreaming. Let me go and give pity. Then those people, just I don't know what to say. Not be my dream. Queen Coco, Queen Coco, you don't want to dream to give Toby 1 million. 1 million is, Toby will even tell you that the 1 million is too small. That if you dream, you should dream big. It's the seed that they sowed. Please, which seed? I thought you people said you people don't collect seed anymore. But you're still living off seed. Che, this guy. He's so transparently fraudulent. Why would it be my dream to give my pastor 1 million? That doesn't make sense. How does that make sense?
That's your dream then. Take the little mustard seed you have as the work and blow it up. Through your words first. And then putting the legwork in. Our rallies were dreams before. They became reality. 2025, they become bigger. And that's why we're setting committees with young people, all people from Brixton. And I think Elohim said it today. Paul said it, that he's happy that he's going back to Brixton. We've not sent you back there yet, you know. Before we see you with the Rastaman, calm down. You have to go with instruction. Those who don't go with instruction, they'll either have Rastaman or hairline. Listen to me. Nothing, your hair does not make you a human being. Stop all this thing. Life is not a hair competition.
That's actually quite insulting. So if he goes to Brixton, he will come back with either Rasta hair or with a hairline. What does that even mean? What's he talking about? Wait, he will come back with a hairline or Rasta? Do people understand? Do people understand this man? They will come back with Rasta or okay. See, because let's take it back so we can hear. What? Come back with Rasta or hairline? Toby, speak. Sometimes when you're speaking, pardon the people who have to listen to you. I beg.
2025, they become bigger. And that's why we're setting committees with young people, all people from Brixton. And I think Elohim said it today. Paul said it, that he's happy that he's going back to Brixton. We've not sent you back there yet, you know. Before we see you with the Rastaman, calm down. You have to go with instruction. Those who don't go with instruction, they'll either have Rastaman or hairline. Listen to me. Nothing, your head.
Those that don't listen to instruction would either have Hey, no, wait. Those that don't listen to instruction will either have Rasta,
$1 billion, or this or that.
Wait, so
that's the dream. Okay, if that's your dream, then take the little mustard seed you have as the work and blow it up.
Okay.
Through your words first, and then putting the legwork in. Our rallies were dreams before. They became reality. 2025, they become bigger. And that's why we're setting committees with young people, all people from Brixton. And I think Elohim said it today. Paul said it, that he's happy that he's going back to Brixton. We've not sent you back there yet, you know. Before we see you with the Rastaman, calm down. You have to go with instruction. Those who don't go with instruction, they'll either have Rastaman or hairline. Listen to me. Nothing, your hair does not make you a human being. Stop all these things.
Those that don't listen to instruction would either have Rasta or hairline. Can someone translate? Dr. EQ, translate the Toby isms, because this Toby ism, it's only Toby that understands the Toby isms. Please, what does he mean by rasta or hairline? I beg. Wait, you go to Brixton, but if you are not listening to instructions, you will come back with a rasta or a hairline. Okay, I'm afraid I'm not fluent in Japanese. No, but Dr. Iki, someone told me that you are fluent in Tobinese. That you are fluent in Tobinese. Maybe not Japanese, but Tobinese. Because this Tobinese here. Queen Coco says, maybe I need to go to Brixton. I have hairline. Maybe I will gain an additional hairline. Please, Queen Coco, when you are going to get hairline, please take me with you. You know why? Me no get hairline. You see, I have alopecia. So take me with you, I beg. Brixton, Abby. They say if we go to Brixton, we'll get hairline. I'm going to Brixton next week. Queen Coco, ready? Let's go, Queen Coco. Let's go and get us some hairlines. It's just madness. I'm going to take that back. That's just something. What the hell is this guy talking about?
It's a dream. So every single person sitting here or listening to me, one of your major dreams will be, I want to go to PT one day and give $1 million or $1 billion or this or that. That's the dream. Okay, if that's your dream, then take the little mustard seed you have as the work and blow it up through your words first, and then putting the legwork in. Our rallies were dreams before. They became reality. 2025, they become bigger. And that's why we're setting committees with young people, all people from Brixton. And I think Elohim said it today. Paul said it, that he's happy that he's going back to Brixton. We've not sent you back there yet, you know. Before we see you with the Rastaman, calm down. You have to go with instruction. Those who don't go with instruction, they'll either have Rastaman or hairline. Listen to me. Nothing, your hair does not make you a human being. Stop all this thing. Life is not a hair competition. Life is not hair or beauty competition. It's a fight. The seat reserved for greatness is few. The seat reserved for afro hair and beard is a lot. You go to the street now, you see all black men doing this. So this is doing this now. Where does this lead? Who are you? I don't know who we are. We have no identity. We have no voice. We have no name. We have no family.
Wait, we're preaching about beards now? And hairlines and rasta? People that have these, who are they? What? Wait, what's going on here? This is a sermon? Okay, all right. It's okay, right, all right. Okay. What?
Families, but we have beards. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Wait, your family and have beards?
Competition. Okay. Life is not hair or beauty competition. It's a fight. The seat reserved for greatness is few. The seat reserved for afro hair and beard is a lot. You go to the street now, you see all black men doing this. So this doing this now. Where does this lead? Who are you? I don't know who we are. We have no identity. We have no voice. We have no name. We have no families. But we have beards. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm not attacking beards. I'm just saying what is important. Brain over beards. Brain to solve complex matters.
Beards.
Brain
over beards. Brain over beards. A sermon. Brain over beards. You're telling me that there are people who choose beards over brains? Are there people that choose? Huh? Are there people that choose? I'm trying to understand it. Brain over beards. Wow. This guy.
What? What, guys? Did I say something wrong?
You did. You sound
Absolutely.
ridiculous.
Absolutely. The lady I'm with now just like stroking it. It's the same way she's stroking 10 other beards. It's not. No, she just likes it. I just like your beard. Yeah, he just said it to someone before coming in. Talk to me.
They hated him all the more because of his dream and what he had said. Then he had another dream. and he told it to his brothers.
Then he
Look at some
can
of
you
the
see what hatred
followers
made him do?
here
Hatred
choosing
inspires the next dream.
beards
Hatred does not
instead
make you
of
stop dreaming.
brains.
And by hatred, we're not so that we're not just fixated on nobody's on the internet. Hatred also means resistance. The things that will make us feel like we can't do it. Whenever we face obstacles, we just dream more, not dream less. Because as pastoring a church, I've seen people dream less because of the challenges. So they say, you've said, COD, you should give 100K a month, that's your target. But well, with what COD is going through now, and people are funny, not COD, I'm just giving an example. Let them dream less. No, what was actually happening was, God is looking for the 2 people that will make it happen. You don't need 20. Hatred made them dream more, not less.
Hatred
Resistance
made
Spac Nation stronger,
more.
not weaker.
Wait.
Either the hatred comes from those who have been enlightened before among you, or those who are outsiders. We became stronger. We had more opportunity, free air time to speak to the world.
He's telling his members that it's hatred that made them do more. When your preacher starts telling you, he's acknowledging that people hate you, that you are hated. But it is that hatred that is pushing you. Guys, I hope you realize Spac Nation is not the only church in the world. There are churches that you go to that people, no one needs to hate you. Why would you go to a church and then you are being hated? Why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you torturing yourself in that manner? Because you must go to church. Now you go to the one where they are hated. But this isn't hate against you. It's against this man here. How can somebody hate on 18-year-olds? For what? It's this man. This guy. He's trying to tell the people they should stay there and continue to receive hate. Continue to receive hate. The hate will pay off eventually. It will pay off eventually. Pay off where? This guy.
Hatred should make us dream more. Resistance should make us resist more. When ways are blocked, it should wake up our spirit to look for other ways. That is the kind of spirit in us. So I'm asking you to awaken that spirit from day one and don't be weak. Tell me, please.
And they hated him all the more. Then he had another dream and he told it to his brothers. Listen, he said, I had another dream. And this time the sun and moon and 11 stars.
I want you to follow the scripture. It's important. Tell me.
This time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me. When he told his father, as well as his brothers, his father rebuked him and said, what is this dream you had?
Will your mother
and I and your brothers actually come and bow down?
Do you understand what this means? It says so, Joseph, the generation before, so you're going to be better than your fathers. So now you're going to say, you see, our parents and their predecessors didn't do it well. Naturally, people are not better than their fathers. But with the power of dreams, the dreams that we refuse to let go, we will be way better. But if we're saying by nature, just because someone became an actor or art is momentary. Where they are going, we don't know. Worse than their father, they end up doing. But with dream, real world solution, not entertainment, guys. Because we must be a family that loves entertainment, but differentiates. And I love, I was watching CNN with Joey, and they were this dead man was giving out medals of honor. 10 days to him going. He's now gone to call more dead people, and he's giving them medals. So we saw Lionel Messi there.
He and Joey were sitting, and a dead man was giving medals. He had 10 days to go. And he went and got more dead people. Wait. He got more dead people.
We dream. Real world
Please
solution.
Listen, everyone.
Not entertainment, guys.
Please listen.
Because we must be a family that loves entertainment, but differentiates. And I love, I was
giving
watching
medals.
CNN with Joey, and they were this dead man was giving out medals of honor. 10 days to him going. He's now gone to call more dead people, and he's giving them medals. So we.
What? Oh my goodness, he's talking about Joe Biden? That he's a dead man? He's a dead man. And he went to call others Wait, let me get that again. I'm sorry.
I was watching CNN with Joey, and they were this dead man was giving out medals of honor. 10 days to him going. He's now gone to call more dead people, and he's giving them medals. So we saw Lionel Messi there. So Joey said, why would Messi be getting medal of honor? He's just a footballer. Now that's important and it's deep. Like I don't understand. A football, you just play for entertainment. Well, how are you? Footballers don't change lives. It's not like, oh, with this football you've changed lives. No, it's just a footballer. You see, that statement refreshes me, because otherwise you'll build a generation that thinks entertaining people and making money from it makes you great. No, solution carriers. A footballer don't bring solution. They are meant to entertain, make us feel relaxed. They are not idols. They are footballers. They're natural talent. It's okay. But you can trust the dead man. You can give a rhinoceros from Africa a medal of honor. It doesn't know what's going on. Well, I'm glad that we're having a generation that can understand that. Leaders and creators create solution. They make the world a better place. Entertainers make the world an escapism place. Meaning, if you're watching what you enjoy for a moment, you forget all your sorrow, you come back to it, and they are also important in the world. But that should not be the ultimate dream of a family. He dreamt yet another dream, and his father says, so we are going to bow to you. But guess what? Because he will not let go of this dream, because of time, I want to round up. 13 years now. After these second dreams, the brother said, you know what? We've had enough. We're going to now sell you. Haters are sellout. So when you notice any one of them around you, any little hater, even if it's someone hating on someone living in the same house, you should know eventually that person will sell the leader out and sell you out. Haters are sellouts.
Haters are sellouts. He said footballers, they don't solve any, they don't do any, what? Solve anything, they don't have any solutions. Are you for real? Their craft may not be solving any problems, but trust me, a lot of them have foundations. They are solving real world problems. What's this guy talking about? What is he talking about? Entertainers and problem solvers. Guys, what will you consider Toby to be? An entertainer or a problem solver? This one cannot be an entertainer. A problem solver. This one. Even entertainment, he's not good entertainment. This one is a clown. Being a clown might be entertainment too. But we will not be laughing with him. We'll be laughing at him. What is he talking about? Sometimes I just sit like, what is he saying?
Haters will know, they will feel there's a power here. There's something about this guy that is unique, but they will decide by themselves not to acknowledge it.
Really?
They are sellouts.
They're sellouts.
Gossipers are sellouts.
Gossipers are sellouts.
Anyone who gossip negatively about somebody for no just cause is an hater, and that means they are sellout.
Oh.
They will sell you out.
Really?
Haters are naturally sellout. And most times when they sell out, they don't.
This man is just promoting division and strife, and we are better than those people over there. We are the problem solvers. They are just entertainers. We are the best. They are the worst. It's just trying to create this fight. For what exactly? This man is evil.
Don't even, they regret it later. But it's of their nature to sell out. So you declare your dreams to haters from a distance. In your houses, you must mark them, because they will be sellouts.
Queen Coco, you're right.
It doesn't start by hating PT, it starts by hating one another. The moment someone feels that someone is more favored than them, that someone is exercising more power than them, they are haters, they will sell out.
Oh, wow.
A child of God, a child of a family, of a world like this, has self-confidence. They are not intimidated by mere closeness to anybody. They are sure of themselves. They bank on the world. They bank on the system. They are sure. They are not inferior. They are not filled with inferiority complex. Have you met people with inferiority complex before? They quickly tell you how well they are doing, yeah? You know them, right? And you know, when they tell you how well they are doing, they don't know they are doing it. I said, in fact, tomorrow I'm going to make a lot of money. And by the time I make a lot of money tomorrow, in 2 days' time, there will be much more money. Then after a lot of money, it's much, much, much more. So because they are trying to fit into something. And they are not banking on the word. You're telling someone what you want to achieve or what you are, someone that don't give a care. Just thinking, well, he doesn't even understand your asset. What are you talking about, sir? What are you saying? Faith is our language. It's a dream language. It's not a fitting language. 8 is the true test of people who can solve complex matter. But Joseph is not going to fulfill this dream without being sold out as a slave. 13 years. 13. That's what I'm talking about. Wait, right? 13 years. It was sold as a slave. Why did he deserve being a slave? 1, because he had a dream. 2, the problem it will solve is so global that he must feel entitled to sit on Pharaoh's throne.
Wow.
God gave him enough work and story to qualify him. It gave him a different trajectory so that he can have a different throne.
Oh, God.
His brothers were also promised by God, but the fulfillment of his own promise is by Pharaoh.
I pity the
Pharaoh was
people
the
that
king
have
of the
to
earth.
listen to
God
this
is the king of heaven and
bullshit.
earth. So his brothers were promised just
I
because of their
pity the
parents,
people that have to
Abraham,
listen to it.
Isaac, and Jacob.
Guys,
Joseph's one was
once
different. The
again,
manifestation of the
the
nation family
link
is going to be
to
from the hands of Pharaoh,
the
because the problem
petition,
you need to solve is
please
Pharaoh's
make
problem,
sure to
not church
sign
problem.
it. This
The problem you need to
ramblings.
solve is world crisis, not Christian problem.
What?
Did you now understand why I said when people say, why would you put Jesus into your rap? No, the problem you are solving as limitless, as up dealers, is global problems, not church problem, not church satisfaction problem.
Mm-hmm.
God sent Joseph a man. Look at this. And let's follow this story as I round this up. That what God has called you for, you must be bold enough to own it. Own the 8. And now you know I'm not encouraging you that, oh, they're attacking us. We've already passed through that. What have we not heard? So, but I'm telling you that, like Joseph, own it, because it's leading you somewhere. To own it is not to endure it. Endurance and owning are 2 different things. Owning it means share your dream again. Speak.
Wait, you mean some people go to church to go and own hate? He's telling his members to own the hate that they're getting. The hate that you're getting is not unfounded. There are reasons why. You guys have been proven time and time again to be corrupt. You have been proven time and time again to be liars, scammers, and downright evil. So the hate is not coming from nowhere. There is a basis for what you call hate. Now he's telling his members, please guys, do not forget. These are young people. 21, 20, 23, some 16, 17. The oldest here is about 30 something, 30, early 30. My goodness. Youngsters to own hate. No, come on.
Big again, show off big again, and show up big again. Organize when you are called into these rallies, into all these pop-up shops. When you are called into it, own it as a big man, own it as a big heart. Fight the good fight of faith. Own your houses. They are our houses, they are our legacy buildings, those are our solution centers, those are our economic development centers. That's what elite is, that's what limitless is, that's what wealth union is, and we must own it without.
This is what I don't understand, guys. I don't. I know when pastors take the mic and then it's like, like all it, like that's what he's doing right now. For what? What's he doing it for? So they can own hate? Neither do I, Dr. EQ. I don't understand it. He has Sam Beckett says this man has zero charisma, and you don't understand the appeal. All of you are saying this. We are all saying the same thing. How does this man make sense to these youngsters? Younger people are supposed to be able to quickly decipher who is. Because they're younger, so their brains are still very sharp. But look at them here. China youth are leading technology. American youth are China youth are learning technology. American youth are they're learning technology. British youth learning tech. Nigerian youth. Peter Pan. It is worse when it is African youth, Nigerian youth in the UK. Excuse me. God, a lot of. When it is African youth, Nigerian youth in the UK, they've got everything they need. They have got everything. They're not in Nigeria. They're not in Africa. They're not in, because you said the Nigerian youth baptism of, these ones are not even over there. But they have chosen to be in this place.
Backing down one day. That's what the guild is.
This man is he's really he wants his daily bread. He wants money to eat.
Is the word. Just speaking it, and as you're speaking it, bones are coming to bones because there's a conviction by the leadership. There's a conviction of faith, and the fact that if you build the largest pharmaceutical company in the world, you deserve it. You deserve it, so that you can tell the story of the day. You have to move out of the house in 1 hour. You need it. That's what Joseph had. That was his. Our age is our CV. Our persecution is our CV.
Their hate is their CV. The persecution is their CV. You know, when people say to show your CV, members of Spac Nation will show the hate they're receiving as their CV. They will show the persecution as their CV. Come on, people. Come on. Oh, sorry, people. It's just, if it was my son, my sons, and they have to listen to this, I'm telling you, I will be there. I will be there to get them out of there. I would be there. This is what people's loved ones have to listen to. Their CV is hate. The hate is their CV. No. Their persecution is their CV. There was something he said. I don't know if any of you caught it. He's saying some of them will go on to build the biggest pharmaceutical companies, but they would not, people would not know the day when they had to move out of one of the trap houses. They give them an hour to move out of the trap house. Did any of you catch it? Did any of you catch it? Something about pharmaceutical and 1 hour to leave.
Why would you put Jesus into your rap? No, the problem you're solving as limitless, as pop dealers, is global problems, not church problem, not church satisfaction problem. God sent Joseph a man. Look at this, and let's follow this story as I round this up. That what God has called you for, you must be bold enough to own it. Own the 8. And now you know I'm not encouraging you that they're attacking us. We've already passed through that. What have we not heard? So, but I'm telling you that, like Joseph, own it.
Toby, shut up. These are young people. Toby, kilo day. Is this how you are helping young people, by telling them to own hate? I look at them in the comments. I don't know if you guys can see the comments on the side. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Leaders and creators. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're all there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're busy owning the hate. That's now 14. You're right. His members are getting smaller by the day. Yeah. That's my chair making all that noise. It will get smaller. That's now 14. Think about this. You're sitting in the audience, you're listening to the man, and you are there. Excuse me. You're a good person. You're just a nice, easygoing person. A young, sweet-natured, kind, easy person. You're just looking for community, just looking for a place to fellowship, looking for a place to feel like you are a part of something. So you need loving people around you, because that's the nature that, the kind of nature you have. And you are sat listening to this, and you're hearing things like, own the hate, own the persecution. Go out there and put on your Instagram how wonderful we are. Mobilize yourself to go and put comments on anyone that is hating on Spac Nation. And while you are sat there, you're thinking, this isn't me. This isn't me. I don't want to hate. I don't want to own hate. They'll go home and they'll start thinking about it. This is why these people will stop coming. The vile rhetoric. Yesterday we heard him talking about your leader will lead you to your own death. Like, what? Imagine that youngster, 21, sitting there and they're telling them, some of them might even take it literally. The leader will lead me to my own death? What am I doing here? I better run. Come on. Guys, am I alone here? Or, guys, I can see your comments, but I need to know. Please, I need to know. Do you think this is a healthy church for young people? I need to know. I'm serious. I need to know. Please share your opinions, because that would determine whether should I carry on speaking about this guy, because maybe some people just enjoy it. Maybe some people. Do you think that this is healthy? Excuse me. Why am I having so much gas? Sorry. Do you think that this is healthy for a 21-year-old, for example, a youngster? Do you think that this is a healthy church for them? Yes or no, please. I need your answers. I need answers, please.
Because it's leading you somewhere. To own it is not to endure it. Endurance and owning are two different things. Owning it means share your dream again, speak big again, show off big again, and show up big again. Organize. When you are called into these rallies, into all these pop-up shops, when you are called into it, own it as a big man, own it as a big heart. Fight the good fight of faith. Own your houses. They are our houses. They are our legacy buildings. Those are our solution centers. Those are economic development centers. That's what Elite is. That's what Limitless is. That's what Wealth Union is. And we must own it without backing down one day. That's what the guild is. It doesn't matter how long it takes for the guild to have a house. What you live in first is the word. Just speak in it. And as you're speaking it, bones are coming to bones. Because there's a conviction by the leadership. There's a conviction of faith. And the fact that if you build the largest pharmaceutical company in the world, you deserve it. You deserve it. So that you can tell the story of the day. You have to move out of the house in 1 hour. You need it. That's what Joseph had. That was his seat. Our age is.
Did you hear that? Yeah, thank you. I see your comments. No, absolutely not. You're telling people, oh, don't worry, when you own the biggest pharmaceutical company, the people won't realize that there was a time when you had to move out in 1 hour. These trap houses are not working for these people, folks. These trap houses are trapping people. These people are in trouble in these houses. I heard them saying, another video that something about, what was it, one trap house? They said, that they had to get some people up in the middle of the night and ask them to leave the house. And they woke up and said, you need to leave. He said it in his preaching. And while they got the person out, the friend too, one of the friends who was living there too says, no, why are you doing? And they said, you can leave as well. Now, Toby is like, anybody who wants to leave, leave. If they want to leave, leave. That's what he's telling the leaders now. If anybody's complaining, they are sellouts, and you need to let them leave. This guy
is our CV. Our persecution is our CV. Look at the CV quickly.
Psalm 105:16.
Tell me.
Moreover, he called for a famine in the land. He destroyed all.
I've taught you this before. Once God's servants are ready, God will be the one to call for a famine. God always calls for a famine. He set things up to show his own people. He will soon show us to the world. It's our turn. Look at the scripture.
He called for a famine in the land. He destroyed.
God is going to show a famine so he can show Spac Nation to the world. You know what, people? Guys, are you listening to this? Look at this man. Talking about God. Wait, what does he mean by famine? I mean, God will make everybody hungry just so that Spac Nation can. It is our turn. Because it's Spac Nation's turn to do what? Hey, you people. What is it? Please, what is it the turn of Spac Nation people to do? Can somebody help me now? It's their turn to do what? Somebody. I don't understand. My goodness.
Destroyed all the provision of bread. He sent a man before them.
God was doing all of this because of Joseph, that his dream may come to pass. I'm asking you to hold on to dream like dear life. The dream that was implanted into you when you heard your father or your leader or your pastor speak. The dream that came into your spirit. Hold on to it. That is your life. That's all you've got. That's your wealth. Your dream is your wealth. Your leader is your asset. Are you listening to me? Your dream is your wealth. Don't let go of it. Don't let it go. And I'm not talking of the dream of the world. I'm talking the dream the word gave you. I'm asking you to live it on a daily basis. To fight for your dream is to wait patiently, knowing that even though it tarries, it will come to pass. This is the call over this house of 2025. Can I hear an amen in this house? Every challenge that comes your way, every obstacle that comes your way, every difficulty that comes your way is testing your dream. Hold on to it like dear life. You will win. You will not sink. It is not swim or sink. It is swim and thrive. Dream. Thank you. Tell me.
He sent a man before them.
He sent a man before them.
Joseph.
His name is Joseph.
Who was sold as a slave.
Did you ever happen to Joseph? You've got to hear this. He sent a man before them who was sold as a slave. They did not come into power through power. They came into power through weakness. They did not come into power through power. It is not who was their mentor, who was their father. No, they came through weakness. When he was weak as a slave, when it looks like everything was done, this introduced him into power. There's another kind of power that is hidden in weakness. It is weakness with dreams. If we are weak and we have dreams, all the same, it's the power behind weakness. So he had no choice than to be a slave. But there was a power behind him. It's called dreams. So even though he was in chains and fetters and he was sold at a price, he never lost the dream. And that dream has the power to unleash. That dream has the power to break the chains. It has the power to break the handcuff and the fetters that has bound our community. It is called dreams. So those who are not coming from poor backgrounds, they say, but I think I'm okay. No, you're not. It's the same chains. He was sold as slaves. Tell me.
They hurt his feet with fetters.
They hurt his movement. Do you understand what it means to hurt his feet? It means that they yoked him with people in slavery, so he can't move as fast as he would want to. It looks like things are slow for him. They hurt his feet, but this hurting his feet with fetters was introducing him to another dimension of power. That's what is happening with you. So sometimes our feet hurt, sometimes our legs hurt, sometimes our head hurts. But guess what? We don't allow hurting. Our dream stay alive. Our dreams stay thriving. Our dreams are not altered. Our dreams are not edited. Tell me, please.
He was laid in irons until the time that his word came to pass. The word of the Lord tested him. The king sent and released him. The ruler of the people let him go free.
You know the story of Joseph.
You know what? I can't take any more. Oh, and guys, I hope you guys know that I actually sped him up a little bit, right? He's sped up. So that you can understand, this is how he speaks normally. Wait, Who has time to be listening to? This is Toby. So please don't think that he's talking is no. This is the normal tone of his voice. Very slow. Listen to this. Listen.
It's not just physical prison. It's a young man knowing that he saw what he saw, but his community will not help him. But he has the singleness, the singularity of purpose. Our purpose from day one, the legacies of this house, the spirit of fellowship, community building, giving, soul winning. Those were the dreams we set out to accomplish. Why? That we will have a prosperous community so that wealth will not be alien to our community. That's the dream.
That's the dream again.
I'm charging from 4th gen to 3rd gen to be solution providers, as in leaders sit.
The bottom line, he just wants money, 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 money. Anyway, people, tomorrow is Monday. I need to run along. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, okay, people? Don't forget to sign the petition. Have I put the link? Yes, I think I have, but let me put the link one more time. Please, if you have not already given the stream a thumbs up, please make sure you give the stream a thumbs up. It says no, we will give him breath, means his breath must be a it's okay. Their God never directs his anger at corrupt politicians who loot the. Their God is always against those rituals. Their God's priorities very twisted. His priorities are I want to stay away from talking about the God subject because but we will do a stream where we will, tell people to prove that your God exists. Believers in God, prove that the God exists. How is a God? No, how is a God existing up there and he's watching Toby harm young people like this? How is... Never mind. Anyway, to close us out, let me show you just a couple of... Sometimes this Toby thing, just so frustrating sometimes.
Nigerian-born UK pastor Tobi Adegboyega has stirred reactions from many as he shot down his choristers in the middle of their presentation before berating their performance. The choristers were singing where he interrupted them and asked everyone to sit down. Let's take a look at the video, which has made it our... Who said that?
Okay, when they are ready, thank you guys. Be seated, please. Livingstone is amazing, but that song was boring me to death, so I had to come up, man. That's long. So, but thanks, guys. We'll come back. We'll sing together in a minute. Just sleeping.
These people are singing to their hearts content, to their heart's desire, enjoying the moment. These people are all unpaid volunteers. Their time, just them being there must mean something. They're giving. And this one just steps up and says, they're boring him to death. Man, this guy. And later he will say he is helping the youth. This is what helping the youth looks like, okay, people? This is what helping the youth looks like. Look at this. This guy is something else. Look at, and they were all going. The drummers are busy, everyone. But this guy is sick.
So look at the video, which has made it our... Who said that?
Okay, when they are ready, thank you guys. Be seated, please. Livingston is amazing, but that song was boring me to death, so I had to come up, man. That's long. So, but thanks, guys. We'll come back. We'll sing together in a minute. Just sleeping off.
No, I don't believe Toby's an atheist. No, I don't. Toby hasn't got the guts. He hasn't got it. If someone like Daddy Freeze can say to me he respects atheists and he draws the line at the belief in God, Toby, no, not convinced.
Every time I watch that video, I don't know. I'm always in shock. I almost cannot believe it whenever I see the video. It's like, this did not just happen. In fact, person who said it said, I can't believe Pastor Toby said this.
I think it's mostly because we're too used to thinking things and not saying them. You know, the challenge is that he said it. I'm very sure that, you know, there are a lot of times where half the congregation is thinking, this song is actually boring, but they just wouldn't say it because, well, it's a worship song. It's a song praising God.
So two things there, or one thing I'm just going to say at the end of the day, the essence of worship. As much as, yes, there is the edification of the church, the more important part is ministration to God.
Yeah.
So the question is the worship for you? Is it for your entertainment or is it for administration to God? Because there are times when you go to certain churches and you're not understanding, you're not feeling their performance, but it's not for you. You are not the one they're entertaining.
I understand that. You know, but you know, you and I have had this conversation, and I said to you, I understand that aspect, but at the same time, there is an emotion that worship is meant to is meant to produce. You know, there is something that worship does to you. That it's deep in your soul when you're expressing it like that. That's why there's a group of people who like loud, you know, very, very active worship, and there's those who like it calm. And so if you're in a situation where the song is not doing that for you, I understand it's not for you, but it's not bringing out that emotion out of you, and it feels like you're just shouting.
And also, faith, Christianity is a religion of faith. Sometimes the fact that, you know, when you pray, how do you know that your prayer has been answered? It's not always, oh, I have to feel a sensation. I feel like I'm crying.
But that's why
you sing, you dance, you do everything. You are wonderful. Okay. Glory be to God.
Yeah.
Amen. To a great show. To a great show, wonderful show.
Thank you,
You
sir.
brought the whole of London out. Yesterday, I don't even know you sing. You sing, you dance, you do everything. You are a wonderful ancestor. Ashe.
Ashe.
Did he just call her a wonderful ancestor? Yeah, this guy. He just called her a wonderful ancestor. Wait, you are a wonderful ancestor?
So a great show, wonderful show, really.
Thank you,
You
sir.
brought the whole of London out. Yesterday, I don't even know you sing. You sing, you dance, you do everything. You are a wonderful ancestor. Ashe.
Ashe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wait. One for the real ones. For my special guest tonight.
Don't people have to die first before? I don't know. In case you guys know. Well, me, I thought people have to honor life first, then we call them ancestors. No? Anyway, never mind. All right, people. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Ancestor. Wow, you're a wonderful ancestor. He said you're a wonderful ancestor. My goodness.
Bye.